By moonlit path and dragon's breath, heroines chase the edge of death. Each adventure, fierce and bright, spins gold from shadow, fire, and fight. We carve our stories, sharp and clear. We're meant to play. You're staying here. We are actually recording now too, because I need to record these for YouTube. I know what I'm doing. My name is Harlequin of Harlequin's Hallowed Hearth. Welcome to the third episode of Hail to the Heroines. While our wonderful cast here introduces themselves, the rest of you, this is a perfect time to share, copy, paste, whatever you want to do. There is a way to host the channel. I think it's somewhere in your user settings. I am not completely sure. You guys all know about me, so we are going to start with Kira and just move across my screen. Kira, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kira. Shall I give you my character as well, or just me?
Bit about you, bit about your character.
Okie dokes. So I am Australian living in London. Very hot here at the moment, so if I start to eat ice cream, that is why. Um, in my normal life, I'm like I teach, I act, I do a bunch of stuff. Um, my character today, I will be playing Briseis, and she is an elven hunter. A Fey Wanderer hunter for those playing at home with subclasses.
But I'm very excited to see this. We are going over to Michelle.
Hey guys, Michelle, Britt, BJ, whichever you want to call me. In This is my first time doing an actual play, but I've been playing D&D for quite a while. Well, not quite a while, like 7 months. So I'm still fairly new to that as well. I'll be playing Seraphina or Sarah, and she is a tiefling love oath paladin.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Leah.
Hello, lovelies. I am Leah. You can also call me Lee for short. I am also an Aussie, if you can't tell by the accent, but I am actually living here in Australia, unlike Kira. So Kira's got the sunshine and I have darkness. It's 2 a.m. here, so y'all are welcome. I play the awesome Dragonborn druid Orilena, and she's a really lovely old lady.
I got to watch Leah start playing with Hero Forge for the first time. So I watched this character come together. That it was adorable. And there is my last copy and paste. Hopefully people show up. Host. Okay, and that is Izzy. Izzy, by the way, everyone, congratulations to Izzy. Izzy is Crit Award nominated.
Thank you. Hi, I am Izzy, also sometimes known online as Ladylike. I am a TTRPG designer, performer, player, GM. I'm Crit Award nominated. There's still time to vote if you haven't voted, so go vote for me for Best GM Chaosium if you have not yet. I will be playing Terra Squill. She is a tiefling paladin, Oath of Vengeance.
Wonderful. I'm so excited to see how this paladin plays. And yes, women play D&D. That is Becca. Becca says congratulations, Izzy. You'll meet Becca.
Thank
We do
you.
have an alumni chat. Becca was part of our first Hail to the Heroines. And that we're rounding off with Kier.
Hey everyone, I'm Kier, all the way in Malaysia. I'm super excited to be here. I am playing someone inspired by the culture over here in Southeast Asia called Putri Ratna, and she is an Asimar fighter. Woohoo!
And Kier actually, when you saw the tokens, Kier did all of her own character art. So this is very exciting. Why is my light behind me? There we go. Now you can see me. Oh look, I got paler. God damn it. That being said, we are going to pull the dice tray out from under the cat, and let's get going. Before we begin, questions, comments, concerns? Nope. Fantastic. Welcome to the chaos.
I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my boy Myth. Thank you, friend, for calling me at 1 a.m. and making sure I was awake for this. I love you.
Thank you for all of the work that has gone on to make sure that we are all semi-present, at least mentally.
Thank you, medications.
Here we go.
Oh, one quick thing. I think I said Terra is an oath of vengeance. I was wrong. I usually play oath of vengeance. She's an oath of conquest.
Oath of conquest, not oath of vengeance.
Yes.
Shout out meds. Yes, shout out meds. That is exactly what this is.
What's
And
that song? You can do it all with a little Adderall. Have you guys seen that video?
So true.
it depends. I'm ADHD. Adderall just medicates me.
Just evens us out. We're fine.
Finally diagnosed. Woo!
That's right. You've joined the Legion. This is what
I
we're doing
know.
instead of therapy. We love you all.
This is literally like day 4 on medication.
Winning.
The pale light of the early morning shines lazily through the temple windows. The white stones almost glow in the sun as Sanctara Selin pores over a pile of letters and scrolls, her brow furrowing. The grand wooden doors swing open, announcing someone's arrival. Sanctara glances up very briefly, then returns her attention to the work as the party files in. Brisius, Seraphina, Orlena, Terra, and Putraratna walk through the door, having been summoned for an urgent meeting. Welcome, all. I'm sure you have heard the unsettling news. Last night, one of our best shepherds, Lawrence Miller, returned from an assignment. We had planned on sending him back out. However, it didn't quite work. We ended up assigning his mission to a hopeful. This was a very straightforward recovery mission. There shouldn't have been anything too strenuous or powerful. We have not had any contact in over 8 hours. He's supposed to check in every 2. We cannot find a trace of him apart from a basic magical base. We are asking you to go find him. I would like all of you to make a perception check or tell me if your passive is greater than 15.
Mine is 20, so hello. She's perceptive.
I
She's a
mean,
hunter.
yeah, my
She's
wisdom's
these
19, so
So yeah. Okay. Anyone with a passive greater than 15, you notice she is projecting calm, tranquil, and it is very much a mask. Her lips are tight. The light doesn't quite reach her eyes. For a priestess of truth and verity, she's lying. Or at least concealing something.
not say? There's something else going on, isn't there?
I'm not quite sure what you mean, dear.
You trying to pull the wool over my eyes? I don't think so.
There have been reports of a corrupted soul in the area. Now, these have not been verified, but had we known this corrupted soul was present, we would not have sent someone who hasn't even been initiated to handle this. It would be considered an oversight on our part, regardless of whether or not we had the information. It wasn't available. She begins to spiral and sputter. There's obviously a lot of guilt over information that she couldn't have known.
Orilena's going to, because she's crocheting her little vines like the little old lady she is. She's going to pause her crocheting for a moment, hearing the stumbling over her words, and she's going to reach out a hand gently and place it on her shoulder. Dearie, it's okay. Let us listen. We're not here to judge. Tell us what you know.
He was sent to the abandoned temple of Thesmora. He is a Truth Domain cleric hopeful. His name is Andrew Lawson. The House of Truth, like I said, has not been able to contact him for close to 8 hours. He was sent to Thesmora's abandoned temple. We've had warnings of irregularities coming through from the temple for a couple months, but nothing that hadn't been taken care of. We cleared it. It was standard. I don't know where it... And again, her eyes kind of glass over as she trails off. Her usually very organized desk, you will notice, has scattered papers. Any semblance of organization is gone. This is a woman in crisis mode.
What do we think, ladies?
Well, if there's someone in need, we should help them.
I agree.
Anything else you're not telling us?
Couple things, but my hands are tied on that. My silence is not my own. This comes from up on high. As she points to the giant statue of Thesmora that adorns this new white temple.
Not very truthful of you to hide things from us.
I do apologize, and you are completely correct. The council believed that if you knew that we had potentially missed something, even if it wasn't necessarily our fault, that it could look like we were vying for power. They're very concerned with self-image, you see. I'm doing what I can to remedy that, but right now, we do find ourselves in a bind because of their actions, and I'm not sure they'd be particularly pleased with me inviting you all here, but I refuse to sit by and watch something happen to this poor hopeful. It's not his fault. He should not suffer.
Dearie, I'm sure that your god would be understanding if you were truthful with us, if it meant saving the life of an innocent.
All I know, all they would tell me, is that this corrupted soul, this amalgamation, is bigger than we've seen in centuries. Get in. Get out. Save the soul he went in after if you can, but if not, that soul will reform. We will be able to save that soul another day. Lawson does not deserve whatever this council has put him up to.
And who is this soul that he was sent after?
We don't really know. There's, as you are all aware, souls must process their trauma before they are able to step through the fold and into their afterlives. You all have chosen to stay behind in order to help those pass. This is just another soul attempting to make passage, which is why we didn't think that it would be a dangerous mission. This is a standard retrieval. Except he didn't come back out.
Looks like we're on a rescue mission then, aren't we?
Indeed. Indeed.
Are you all in agreement? May I send you?
I'm in.
She takes a deep breath and her shoulders, the tension just seems to relax. Sanctara Selin presses her hands together, her voice quiet, yet contains a newly found confidence. As she invokes Lady Verity, the sun seems to glow brighter. The rays dance across the brilliant white stone, warm and blinding. As the party's vision returns, they find themselves not within the morning light, the white temple of virtue, but standing before the crumbling remains of the abandoned temple of Lady Verity herself, the goddess Thesmora.
Well, that's a bit of excitement for today.
Shall we get moving, ladies?
The quicker we find this idiot, the quicker we can get back to more worthwhile causes, I say.
It's been a long time since I've been on a rescue mission. I'm excited.
Well, you can stretch your legs a little bit.
So currently you are standing outside the doors that lead to the massive vestibule. Is there anything you wish to do or prepare before you step inside?
I'm gonna scout it out a little bit. See if I notice anything untoward, any hint of who's been here before. Whether
Survival,
it's
please.
Survival? Ooh, roll. Oh, shit, that's a natural one.
Ouch.
Would you like to take
Ah.
a fake curse?
This is not the start that I wanted. Yeah, give me a fake curse. Go on, see what happens. Let's start with a bit of fun.
Okay, I'm trying to remember where I put my fake curses chart. So first, go ahead and I've got so many notebooks, guys. First, go ahead and re-roll. Here it is. Go ahead and re-roll that D20, that survival check first.
Reroll a survival check. Oh, this better be better. I'll be annoyed. Not that much better. I'm not gonna lie. That's still a 13.
13 will do it. Go ahead and roll your D100.
Okay. 49.
49. Okay, so we are going to come back to that in just a minute with a 13. You see you can definitely find Lawson's footprints. They're only about 10, 11 hours old. Basic animal activity. But there are a couple footprints slightly larger than a standard humanoid and not matching any footprint pattern that you recognize in the living.
Interesting.
They look older, but they are still
Like that.
They still
Whatever
stand out.
went in before him.
These are probably at least 2 or 3 days old.
Okay. Something else went in there. Looks like it was waiting for him, whatever it was. Anyone recognize these footprints?
I'm gonna take a look at the footprints.
Survival, please. And you said 49?
Yeah.
You smell irresistible to anyone within 25 feet of you.
Oh. Well, what's new? I mean, isn't that standard for a high elf? I mean, we smell incredible.
I mean, if you'd rather, you can be a bugbear instead, because that's
No,
the other
no,
one.
I'm fine. I'd rather smell nice.
Remember, I told you guys, somewhere between Brendan Lee Mulligan crashing out on Game Changer and Tim Curry in the last 30 minutes of Clue. I will bring the chaos.
Incredible.
Okay, that was a 14 for survival.
14. This isn't... You know that these are not the footprints of any kind of soul or amalgamation like Celine had been concerned about. But these definitely aren't humanoid. Well,
And
they are humanoid. They're not of the living.
can I use divine sense?
Yes.
At the end of your next turn, you sense anything affected by the Hallowed spell or the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Yes, you may. Okay. Sorry, had to count. You can sense 2 undead beings inside the vestibule.
Oh no.
Roughly 45, 50 feet from you.
We've got undead and further in. Everyone stay on guard.
Wow. Not unexpected.
The question is whether or not they are friendly.
That's true.
That's a good point. Do we
How about someone
proceed?
else do the talking? Yeah. Should we go in?
I am 100% down to go inside.
Oriolina nods and she just goes back to her crocheting.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take point because that's usually my job as a ranger, like scouting out stuff, having a look, noticing anything weird. The senses sort of trained on the environment. So I'm just gonna hold my bow. I'm just gonna hold it, just in a non-threatening way, but ready as we go into this temple.
It's my emotional support bow.
It is my emotional support bow. It's just part of me.
You should each have control of your own piece, so you can click and drag and move as you see fit.
Incredible.
Your footsteps echo off the circular walls. This vestibule feels impossibly large. Chunks of stone litter the floor, and vines climb the walls. Offerings that used to adorn the stone altars now lay haphazardly between what appears to be bodies of two devotees. The air around their bodies is putrid, like rotting flesh left for the scavengers.
Okay, can I do a cheeky perception check just to see what I notice?
Oh,
about
actually, well, I would actually like every single one of you to make a stealth check for me, please.
Oh no!
No, a stealth check.
Oh.
17.
Shoot, I'm on with disadvantage.
30, 20.
Ooh,
It's a nice looking
job.
fly.
That is a 7 for me.
Well,
oh sweetie, your knitting needles are making noise.
God King Aslan, thank you so much for the subscription. I am still trying to get my little pop-ups set up, but thank you so much. We should also have, there should be a way to join our Discord that should be popping up in chat every 30 minutes or so, but I can just... Leia, you got a 7, you said?
Indeed.
I am so sorry.
Oh shit.
Izzy,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, wonderful. That's a 21.
You're fine. Though this viscera surrounding you is just reeks of death, you do manage to keep your composure and keep it down.
Shall I just stand next to you so that my delightful scent?
But unfortunately, you have woken the ghouls.
Great.
Well, it's not the fault of my crochet hook. They don't click-clack like knitting needles.
I would like everyone to roll for initiative. Sorry,
we go.
Espresso, your ass is on my initiative paper.
Espresso.
See what's included.
Oh yeah, no, I am not currently using my DM divider because it's under the cat.
I think that's the perfect place for it.
We got the cat cam.
Well,
Better than mine. They were fighting 2 minutes ago, so.
Oh,
This is Espresso.
Oh, hey, Espresso. Very familiar.
Hey, Espresso.
How cute.
She likes to be all up in my shit, especially when I don't have
the
time
devil.
for her.
Yeah, that's generally a cat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do we have anyone greater than 20? No?
Sadly not. Oh, babies!
This is my big chunky boy, Apollo.
Oh,
20.
hi, Apollo.
Do we have anyone 15 to 20?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Yes, 19.
Got a 19, a 15, and Izzy, did you raise your
A
hand?
19.
20.
So we've got a 19, a 15, and a 20.
And a 19.
Two 19s, a 15, and a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Incredible.
Izzy, you were my 20, correct?
Correct.
That is going to be Izzy. And Kira, you were my 15.
Yes.
My two 20s, or my two 19s. Who has higher dexterity?
Good
Mine
question.
is 13.
Mine is 18.
Okay, so there's gonna be Michelle and Leah. Then, here, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
A 9. So we're gonna have Ghoul here, then Ghoul. I love you. Go over here. And with that, Izzy, your turn.
Okay. Tara is going to take out her halberd and swing on the ghoul that is next to her.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll to attack.
That's a 22.
The 22 absolutely hits. I want you to know the look of judgment and betrayal I'm getting from Espresso. I am so sorry, baby. But I'm doing shit. Okay, 22 hits. Roll to attack.
That is 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
And my second attack, it's a 10.
That is a 10. That misses. As you swing your halberd, you connect with the side of its face. You hear the crunch of bone as you turn to make a second pass. This time the ghoul, it doesn't right itself as quickly as you thought it would. It's a little slower at it doesn't rise to where you thought it would, and your halberd glances over its head.
Okay. That's my turn.
Tell.
All right. I am going to cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Absolutely.
And just take my spell slot, and I think that is, let me see if I can move. And then I think that's my turn. Yeah.
Perfect. Leah.
All right. Let's see. This one's closer. So Aurelena's going to obviously switch out her little crocheting project for her quarterstaff, and she is going to, if I recall, I can do this as a bonus action, can't I? Yes, I am going to cast Shillelagh on my delightful quarterstaff. I don't know why I forgot that word for half a second.
Your big ass stick.
And my big ass stick.
Remind me what Shillelagh does.
Shillelagh, gladly, if my computer decides to speed up. A club or quarterstaff that you are holding is imbued with nature's power. For the duration, you can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls of melee attacks. Using that weapon and the weapon's damage die becomes a d8. If the attack deals damage, it can be force damage or the weapon's normal damage type. Dealer's choice.
Perfect. Are you doing anything else?
Let's see. Can I... These are 5. Click and drag, you little numpty. 5, 10, 15. Well, I'm going to go diagonal. 5, 10, 15. And she is going to go bonk on its
Bonk.
head.
Go ahead and
We're
roll
gonna
to
go bonk.
attack.
Let's see. Ooh, 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
damage. 6 damage.
6 damage.
And that will be my turn.
Perfect. Kira.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of the way and move down over here. Get a bit of distance, and then I'm gonna take 2 shots against the dude on the right with my bow, because
Double
that's my
checking.
bag.
This guy or this guy?
That guy.
The guy I'm circling right now? Perfect.
That's the one.
Go right
This
ahead.
dude right here. Yes. So, first one is a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Great. And that one does 15 damage.
15. Shit.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm an art gay, not a math gay. Let me get the calculator. I'm pretty sure I know. Okay, we good. I was right.
Yeah. Cool. Take the second shot. These shots are so quick. Oh, and that is a natural 20. I've had a nat 1 and a nat 20 so far. I'm doing really well.
That'll obviously
It's a
hit.
roller coaster emotion. Fantastic. That is a 9. That's quite a lot. That's 21, 23, 25.
25 damage.
Yes. And that's it. I'm not going to waste a hunter's mark on these bitches. They're just little ghouls. So I think that's all for me.
Perfect. Okay.
Actually, wait a second. Wait 1 little second. Yes.
You sound like you have a plan.
I have dreadful strikes. So when I hit something with a weapon, my bow's a weapon, I can add a d4 of psychic damage because it's traumatizing for them.
Go right ahead. While you're rolling that, Golden Gal 94 says Seraphina is her favorite.
That's my bestie. Hi, honey.
Welcome
Incredible.
in, Golden Gal. So you're adding 2d4 to the damage you've already done, 1 for each arrow, or is it only 1d4 for both arrows?
I think it is 1 per hit.
Per hit? So yes, give me 2d4 and we're just gonna add that on top.
Yep. So... wait a minute. No, I can't do that because I need to like activate it with an action, which I no longer have. So for next time, I will know.
Remembering for next time. That is okay. We're going to get to our first ghoul. It's going to make a bite attack at... No, I didn't want to move it, Owlbear Rodeo. Come on. Which, by the way, guys, we are using Owlbear Rodeo and Tabletop Audio for our visuals and our tabletop. If you keep your eye over there on my little announcement thing, you can see credit for the Shepherd comics. This is as soon as the PDF is done. This one-shot will be available for free on our Patreon. This was a collaboration with the Shepherd comics. And all of the credits for Owlbear Rodeo and our audio are over there as well. So, thank you, everybody. This ghoul is going to make a bite attack at Terra. I love you, not enough to not attack you.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, bitch.
Bring it on.
Love it.
I'm autistic.
Okay.
Fighting is my love language.
Listen, be quieter when you're calling me out. My partner has briefly considered getting me those adult shoe toys, so I'll stop biting him. I will never stop biting him.
Never.
No. That is an 18 on the dice with a +3 to hit for a 21.
Yep.
Okay. I don't feel like doing math, so we're just gonna do the standard 12.
12, okay.
You're taking 12.
Okay.
That is that ghoul's turn. Here.
Yes.
Your turn.
So, yeah, I like to think that Putri is a very quiet person. You know, she tends not to speak too much, but when fights do break out, she will pull out her great sword and go right in. I think as far as I can move, would I be able to go here and hit this guy?
Yes, you can.
Perfect.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Yes. Let's see if I can do exactly that. My dice hit me. I rolled a 2. It's a 2 plus 6, though. I'm not sure whether that makes it.
That will not hit. However, you can take a Fey curse if you would like to re-roll.
I think I will not re-roll that.
Absolutely. So that attack will miss. You're trying to avoid hitting your party members as well. You're in very close quarters, and you can't quite get the angle. It is a very solid attempt, but you do just miss by just a hair.
Yeah, she would have charged in and just been like, oh, I went in just a little bit too fast and too close and got a little bit too excited and then was like, oh, there's people. Sorry, guys. Whoops.
My bad.
My bad. Let me just slow it down.
Let's take a quick measurement. This is 25 feet. Okay, so that is good to know. The second ghoul is going to turn, and it is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet over to... Please remind me how to pronounce your name, Kira.
It's Briseis.
Briseis.
Yeah. Briseis. So you're gonna try and hit me. Okay, awesome.
I am going to claw attack you, yes.
Great. Incredible.
I love you all. Not enough to not attack you. You're big girls. It's fine. It's fine. That's a 17 on the dice.
Yeah. Ow.
For a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That is going to be 10 damage.
Rude is what I will say. Ow. Don't quite duck away in time.
This ghoul, it slashes at you. You pull back as you see a couple little strands of hair fall from the ends of your downed hair as it catches you straight across your arm here, leaving a gash across your upper arm.
That's gonna sting.
You do still smell immaculate.
Right? At least there's that.
Izzy, you are starting your turn within 5 feet of a ghoul, so I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nuts. Okay. That's a 21.
You're good.
Woo.
You're being a paladin, a martial healing class. War is nothing new to you. This smell is nothing new to you. You are able to bite it back with no issue.
Hell yes.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to take some swings on it with my halberd.
You go, baby girl. Fuck them up.
25, I assume, hits.
Yes. Just to make everyone's lives easier, the number we're looking for is 13.
13. Okay, that's good. 10 damage.
10 damage to...
one right
no,
in
I
front of
don't
me.
want to move it. Yeah, the one right in front of you.
Yep.
That's easy math. I know how to do that.
Second hit. Also hits on a 15. And does 7 damage.
Look at that. I did math without a calculator.
Yeah.
Oi. Why is it opening the HTML code? What the fuck? Okay. Oh, also, I do have a explicit content warning set up for this. We are flagged for extreme language just because I know who I am as a human being. So you do not need to watch your language whatsoever. We good. We got that
Okay.
taken care of. I drop fuck on like every other sentence. I'm not gonna survive a 3-4 hour session if I have to filter myself.
The Aussies in the room
Swearing
are
is
just
my
like,
love language. Yeah, thank
fuck.
you for that. This is like, yeah, terms of endearment for Australians. Just swear at us and we'll love you forever.
I know. You call each other bitch like it's the kindest thing in the world.
Yeah.
See, my regular D&D group does that, but we just call Chad Swanfucker. There's lore to that.
That works.
Feels
Does it
like
have
a
to do
Zeus
with
thing.
Leader and the Swan?
It's his own life choices. We're playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and he fucked a gondola swan. For those of
Gondola
you
swan?
unfamiliar with a
So-
gondola swan, it is a swan large enough to carry 8 medium-sized creatures. We're not going to
Whatever
worry about the
floats your boat.
specifics.
Whatever floats your literal boat.
I'm stealing that.
Now I'm just imagining one of those like swan paddle boats.
Yeah,
I
right?
believe
That's
the other
totally what that is,
two.
isn't
I
it?
believe the other two were Cloaca Clapper and Captain Cloaca.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
checks out.
That's amazing.
We love.
alrighty then.
I love the scientific accuracy.
Oh no! Listen, we're all sitting in a room playing D&D together. Of course, we're fucking nerds. These insults will be accurate and scathing.
Hell yeah.
I forget what I was doing. I got too excited about insulting Chad. It's my favorite pastime.
I've finished
Being
with my
fucked up by
turn.
goblins. Ghouls.
Absolutely.
Ghouls.
Goblins just manifest out of nowhere. No, comedy retract. Comedy retract. Michelle, that's gonna be you.
All right. I am going to move 10 feet and then attack with my longsword.
Perfect. And you're attacking that the one next to you and Briseis?
Yes. And that is a 26 to hit.
That's like double. That'll hit.
Okay. And then
Biblically
So-
accurate insults. I love that.
I have 2 damages on my longsword. So I don't know
Okay.
which one. There's 1d8 plus 4 and there's 1d10 plus 4. So I don't know if I'm supposed to do both of them or just one.
Read me what it says, and I will make a call.
I believe 1 is for
Oh,
if
it's
you're
because I
using
have
a bonus.
mastery.
Yes. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
We all love learning. So, DM brains in the room, what would you choose to do? We're gonna start with Izzy because I know you already kind of had your brain running.
Yeah, I believe that is a weapon that you can wield either with one hand or two hands. It does it does the smaller die on one hand and
One
the bigger
hand.
die on two
Okay.
hands.
That
Okay,
makes sense
that
to my
makes perfect
brain,
sense.
so that's how we're gonna run it for this. I
Let's
will
do
look it
that.
up after this one shot.
That works. Okay, so 1d8 plus 4. Where is my d8? Can never remember which one it is. This one. So that is a 10 damage.
That is 10
and-
damage.
Yeah, 10 damage, and then I'm going to cast Divine Smite after that, if I can find it. For my bonus.
Remind me what Divine Smite does.
So it's a bonus action, which you take immediately after hitting a target with a melee weapon or an unarmed strike, and the target takes an extra 2d8 radiant damage.
Perfect.
But it increases by 1d8 if the fiend is an undead, so 3d8 radiant damage.
Yes,
Yeah.
go off. I love this.
So let me roll. So that is 8 plus 6 plus.
And I love that the entire
2.
stream can just see what I'm doing.
So that is 16 radiant damage.
16.
And that
You
is going
watch
to end my turn.
as you raise your arms, summoning the divine, a pillar of light erupts from the floor, striking this undead as it almost mists and dissipates.
Don't forget the glitter. It's light and glitter.
It's like just throwing glitter everywhere. You all look like you've just attended
Exactly.
Pride. Specifically, just you and Kira.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now I smell great and I'm covered in glitter?
You're living the life.
This is incredible.
You're going to just
I love
delete?
this vibe.
Okay. Ghoul 2 is gone. Here.
Yes.
You are oh wait. That's not no. I'm way too ahead of myself.
If
That's
only.
gonna be Leah. Leah, you are starting your turn within 5
All
feet
right.
of a ghoul.
Yep,
So-
and she's gonna do another beautiful bonk on the noggin.
I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Ah, feck. Let's see it, let's see it. Oh my gosh, no, I've made my life so much more difficult. Why did I do this to myself and put everything on like 2 screens? Feck. Con, saving throw. Let's do this, come on. Help me out here. Ooh, dirty 20!
Yeah.
Actually, no, that wasn't dirty, that was nat 20! That was nat 20!
Yes.
Even better!
Yay!
Temperature came and ate my dice on the screen, and I love it.
You're ancient. This is not your first goddamn rodeo. You're fine. Like, you've gone through war, you've gone through kids. This is not your first gross situation. This does not faze you in the slightest.
Don't fuck with the old lady.
What would you like to do, my dear?
Alright. She's gonna bonk.
Bonk.
She's gonna bonk.
Go ahead
that
and
is-
roll to bonk.
That is a 12.
That is just one short, so that is going to miss.
Dang it.
I love the little hiss. That's adorable.
My few friends that are watching know that that is just every day for me.
Honey, this is why I told you that you didn't need an ADHD eval.
Should have
Like,
saved myself the money.
Let me save you the money. You have it.
What are you, the third person in like 3 weeks who's said that to me? Like those exact words. Let me save you the money. You have it.
Marsmere, one of your friends in the comments says it is peer reviewed, and I'm like, you know what? Bet yeah,
Peer review is absolutely valid.
peer review.
Yep.
That being said, are you doing anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's it.
Perfect. That is going to be Kira.
Ooh. Okie dokes. Oh wait, did Tara go?
Yes, Tara went first.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna just shift myself so I can get another shot off with my bow and just hang out over here. Cool. Let's see. 19 to hit.
That'll
The
hit.
first shot. Incredible. Awesome. So we have a d6 plus 2d6 of piercing plus 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12 damage. That's the first one.
Hold on, 12
And
damage.
I just 12
Okay.
damage.
I got this. I can do math.
Excellent. And I just looked up my dreadful strikes, and I can do the extra 1d4 damage once per turn.
God
So I'm
damn
gonna do
it.
that.
My partner
I'm gonna
is in the
traumatize
chat.
it.
My
Hello.
partner. Also, Harley, my
Hi.
love, ADHDing through D&D is your main skill.
It's great. We love
I
it.
love you.
And so yeah, I'm gonna traumatize
You're gonna traumatize
this
it?
ghoul. I'm gonna traumatize it for an extra 2 damage of
Go
psychic
right ahead.
damage.
I already know how to do this math. This is really easy math.
Woo! Amazing. So that's my first attack.
What?
And then oh yeah, and then that's a 16 on the die, so that's like 23. With another arrow.
As you shoot this arrow, it finds a weak point in the skull as this arrow shoots straight through this ghoul's head, dropping it.
Yes! Okay, we can move on. Hurrah. Would you like me to waft my scent, my delightful, delicious scent to anyone, now that these ghouls have disappeared?
We are out of combat.
Yay!
Just gonna sort of gently waft myself so that you all, aren't affected by the disgusting ghouly smell.
I appreciate that, genuinely.
You're welcome.
You're
So welcome.
As you look at
Orlin
these
is back
bodies,
to her crochet.
you see that they are not genuine monks. They are in fact rotting ghouls that seemed intelligent enough to put on monks' clothing. Gaslight gatekeep
Ghouls-
ghoul boss. Yes.
Ghouls are getting clever.
I love
What?
that. Interesting.
Incredible. Shall we move on then?
Let's.
All right.
Um,
Is there this door? New screen. How exciting!
Whoa.
New things.
New things. Oh, it's not.
As-
It's not popped up.
Oh, I'm aware.
Oh no, the coffee's gone.
Oh, no.
It's darkness. Darkness everywhere.
Before I open this up for you all to see, how are we doing? We are about an hour in. Would anyone like to take a quick break before we move on to the next session?
I'm gonna eat my ice cream. I'm just gonna have it. Just
Do it.
with me.
We love it.
Oh my goodness, it's bath time.
Hey, kitty.
Get content.
She really likes getting in the toes. Okay.
Yeah.
If everyone's good to
Right,
go, we can
Mine
keep going.
mine chews his nails. He chews them down to stubs and like damages them.
I
Oh,
almost wish that I had that problem because it would be easier than being covered in tiny little scratches at all points in time. My
Mhm.
sensory issues are off the goddamn charts.
I'm constantly covered in scratches.
So we're all good to
I'm
keep going, or are
constantly
we
covered
taking
in
a break?
fur.
Yeah, let's go.
Mhm.
Let's
I'm
go.
good.
Let's go. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
The frame
Ah.
of a once impressive glass ceiling
Wow.
soars roughly 40 feet in the air. Colorful broken glass litters the dead leaves and falls on overgrown vines. Fruit trees soar through the broken frame, and raised garden beds are spotted around the room. On the western wall, for those of you who would like a reference, I know you can't see it. There is a compass here somewhere. I am so sorry. If it helps, you're coming from the east, so the bottom is east.
Okay.
On the western wall, a hallway sits blocked by a massive slab of gray stone. Espresso, get off of my notes. In stark contrast, 4 white pedestals stand. 3 rectangular pedestals encircle a round one, writing barely visible on their flat fronts that read Law, Truth, and Redemption. You can all see that on my map here, my pedestals are labeled. Pedestal 1 is labeled Law. Pedestal 2 is labeled Redemption. And Pedestal 3 is labeled Truth. I would recommend, there's going to be some moving pieces here. I would recommend getting out some paper to take some notes.
So was that law as number 1?
Law
Let
is
me see
number
if the-
1. Redemption
Law
is number
1,
2.
truth is 2. Oh, redemption is 2.
Redemption is true. Oh, I remember this, Hell. Yes, you do. This one shot has been played once before with the authors. We have a couple of the participating players in the chat. You can thank my partner for this puzzle. One of my playtesters, Catherine, now has a vendetta against my partner because of this puzzle.
This doesn't bode well.
Enjoy, have fun. Just remember, I let you guys roll big numbers for a reason.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Thank you kindly.
The bigger your numbers can be, the bigger my numbers can be.
Woohoo, big numbers.
Big numbers make brain go burr.
All right. Aurelina wants to. She just wants to check out the plants, the flowers. Do they seem interesting? Are there any that are dangerous?
Everything looks either native or dead. This was very obviously once like a courtyard greenhouse situation. It looks like when this was an active temple, this is where they grew a lot of food. There's some fruit trees that have grown tall enough that they've broken through the glass. But there's nothing that looks dangerous.
Can I do a check on the pedestals to see if I recognize like a ritual or anything involved with them? What would that be?
Yes,
Like a
you may.
religion check? Okay.
Go ahead, straight investigation.
Investigation, okay. That works. That is a Nat 20 plus 5.
Yeah.
As you investigate these pillars, you're up, you're walking around, you place your hand on them. They seem perfectly mundane. But as you turn around, just contemplating and lean back against that large gray stone slab, the stone itself begins to crack and glow as words etch themselves, glowing words etch themselves in the stone, reading Veritas Redemptio et Lux Quares Tenet.
Oh.
I am going to
Interesting.
say, because I did forget to tell you to take Latin as a language, who has the highest religion?
Highest religion.
My religion is
Oh, mine is
plus 5.
2.
Got a 1, we got a 2.
5.
5. You're probably my highest. You do recognize this.
6.
6. Okay,
Oh,
our
nice.
6 does it. So our 6 is going to recognize this as the Latin language.
Aurelena's old enough to remember.
She is. She's just like, I remember learning this shit in school.
My original language, my OG language.
It translates to truth, redemption, and law hold the key. As you look up, Michelle, you do see 2 statues that you had glanced over before. They're sitting. There's 2 statues sitting on that circular pedestal in the middle.
I'm going to
Okay.
do a little perception check on the statues.
Go right ahead.
17?
It is a statue.
Cool.
It's made out of
It's
marble.
a statue. It's marble.
Marble statue. Okay.
You're all feeling very religion check about this.
Oh, okay.
Hint, hint.
Hint. Should we do a religion check then? I don't know.
Yeah.
That is a 14.
That is a 14. That is actually meter beat. You needed a 14. You got a 14.
Yes.
We love a meets it beats it.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 statues. One of them has a triangular shaped base. This is the Roman goddess of law and order, Themis. The other statue, with the base is shaped like a star, is Krishna, the Hindu god of protection and redemption.
Sorry, Krishna's the god of what?
Protection and redemption. And Michelle, remind me what your initial investigation check was. What did you roll?
25.
Absolutely, that is enough. The Themis statue is roughly a foot tall. It stands in a triangular base, and it weighs about 3 pounds. The Krishna statue is roughly a foot tall, stands on a star-shaped base, and weighs about 4 pounds.
Interesting.
As you look at these pedestals, you notice that the depressions, though they look circular to begin, as you look in further, pedestal 1 tapers to a triangle shape, and pedestal 2 tapers to a star shape.
I do believe that we have to put these statues on the pedestals, dearies. I'm not
That would
strong
make
enough
sense.
to lift it. Could one of you do it, please?
What is my strength?
Diana proceeds to beat the shit out of
Yeah.
some ghouls, then makes someone else move a 3-pound statue for her.
I think at that point I
Classic
kind of
old
like,
lady behavior.
flex my muscles just a little bit. The language that she speaks, just kind of like the guns be pumping just a little bit more blood upon hearing strength is
I
needed.
will I will say the old lady has a -1 in strength. So
Ah,
she just got lucky on her bonk rolls.
That was no one
Brilliant.
touches the grandkids.
yeah.
No one touches my babies. She's gonna point to the statue of Themis, the one with the triangle
Mhm.
base, and then point towards the pedestal one, and seeing the. I'm assuming we all do in fact know now, or we've shared with each other the information of which one looks like which, and she's just gonna say that one needs to go there, dearies.
It's like I'll just attempt to kind of like a nod, I haven't fully decided whether my character speaks yet. Or maybe she just doesn't speak like, very much.
She speaks the
But,
language of muscles.
Yeah, she speaks like
My
she
favorite
speaks in
language.
like.
Oh my
Let me just
dearie.
flex twice, flex twice for yes.
So we're all just standing
I
back.
love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so she's gonna go and I actually kind of designed her to have like these metal armbands around her biceps, so when she picks things up, there's just a little bit of extra pump.
I love her so much. Oh my god.
Incredible.
Yeah, so do I need to roll for just lifting these statues up?
Nope, they're 3 and 4
Beautiful.
pounds. They're pretty light.
Oh, but she's gonna act like they're heavy,
Of course she
just
is.
to show off as much as possible,
As Ratna fits the Themis statue into pedestal 1, you hear a soft click that echoes off the walls. The same thing happens when Krishna is slid into the base of pedestal 2. But nothing else happens.
Aurelin is going to have a look at pedestal 3, see if she can notice a similar shaping.
Pedestal 3
Or a
is labeled truth.
spacing.
And
So can she see like a similar where something's got to go, like
Yes.
the triangle?
And this one is truly circular.
Okay.
I feel like our delightful patron Thesmora might have something to do with this, being the goddess of truth, etc.
Oh yeah. I was just
Anyone
gonna
got
sit
an
on it and
idol?
see
Anyone
if
carrying
my,
around an idol?
I was gonna sit on it and see if my butt fits in the circle, but that's a better idea.
Ooh, good idea. You're a paladin of Thesmora?
Sure.
That would make sense.
If you would like to, that will actually change gameplay a little bit. If you'd like to be a paladin of Thesmora, declare it now.
Sure, why not?
Okay,
Declaring.
keeping that in mind. You are a paladin of Thesmora.
All right.
She is truth, she is redemption, but overall she is balance.
Balance. Oh.
Balance. Interesting.
That is interesting.
So don't fall off.
Question. What is this? Is this triangle an equilateral triangle? Is it?
Yes,
Or
it's
are this-
equilateral.
Okay, damn, that's not where I was gonna go. Oh, my math brain was mathing. I thought it was gonna be a Pythagoras thing. I was very excited.
Pythagoras.
As you look around the room, you do notice that there are doors over on the northern and southern sides.
We might need to go and hunt down
Pick a
this
door, guys.
statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good door.
I'm gonna
I guess
try
two of us
to-
are standing this way.
So
Yeah.
you've got the northern door. Oh, no, you've got the northern door here
Everyone's
and
at
the
the southern door,
door
sweetie.
here.
No, if we came
Nope,
from the
other
east,
way.
the southern door
Other
is.
way.
Yep.
This is the northern door. This is
Okay.
the southern door.
We heading down south then?
Yeah, let's do it.
My favorite
Little
place.
old lady shuffles
Ew.
along behind.
Oh.
Okay. Shall I take point again?
Yes, dearie, you are young and very fit. You can do that for us.
I still have my eyesight. Okay.
Another hall.
What do we get in this room?
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
More doors. Hurrah.
Open hallway is blocked by a gate. Through it, decaying remains of books and scrolls line stone shelves, and several display cases dot the wall. Remnants of paint are still visible on the back wall, though most of it isn't visible from the doorway. On the wall to the right of the gated doorway, a wooden lever protrudes from the stone wall.
Okay.
Drunk, pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Crump.
Before we pull the lever, can I look through the books and see if anything stands out? Maybe.
From what you can see from behind, from the books, like you're too far away to really see what the books are.
Okay.
From what you can tell, it looks mostly like old religious script, but
Well,
they're pretty broken down. You wouldn't be able to tell until you got closer.
okay.
You were gonna say something, Izzy.
I think Tara is just like holding on to the lever. Like, should I pull the lever?
I'm going to have a
Kinda
closer
like
look at the lever first, I think. See if I
Okay.
can spy any kind of mechanism. Where are we? Let's go for investigation.
Okay.
And that's a 15. Nope. Oh, no. That's definitely a 7.
7.
Yeah.
It's a lever and a door.
Cool.
I will say the door looks quite a bit more worn than the lever does.
Okay.
You don't know if that's through better maintenance or through use, but the lever does look like it's in better condition than the door is. Or the gate.
Maybe the lever
Orlin is
doesn't
going to just
work
walk
the
up and
door.
try and give the gate a push. She's just going to try and give the gate a push, see if it just opens.
Go ahead and roll strength for me.
Can I help
Yeah, you can help.
and give you advantage? I'm going to help you and give you advantage.
Thank
Just
you, because our
gently.
weak old lady.
Yeah.
Okay, so that first one's terrible. Come on, advantage. Help me out here. 15! That's better.
Incredible.
The first one was 7, because her strength was a -1, so...
Ooh.
As you look at this, throwing yourself... So, before I say anything, how specifically are you going to attempt to open this door? This gate?
She's going to just be walking up very casually and just giving it a good push, seeing if it will just open.
Do me a favor, and before you do that, roll investigation.
Okay. Where are we? Skills and investigation. Let's go. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a 7.
You push and you shake on this thing. It does move, but it does not open. It feels to you as if this gate does not open via pushing or pulling.
Hmm.
Okay.
She's going to point at the lever. Pull the lever. Pull
Pull the
Pull the lever.
lever. Wrong lever. No,
I
I'm
love,
kidding.
I love, I love that I got to say that canonically as an old
Wrong
lady too.
Listen, Eartha Kitt did absolutely fantastic, and I am so upset that they pulled her song, because she had a full song. You can find it on
The
YouTube.
song is cracking. The song is incredible.
I am not aware of this. I need to
You
find
need to
this.
look that up. Yes.
I can rant
It's
about The
about
Emperor's
being
New Groove
evil.
and how that entire movie came around, and the answer is they gave all the actors bullet points and dropped them in a recording studio. The entire movie is
Nice.
ad-libbed.
The best way.
Nice.
That doesn't surprise me for some of the voice actors. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, before you pull the
Right,
lever,
who's pulling the lever? Come on, strong arm me.
before you pull the lever, I'm just gonna like get ready to shoot at anything that comes that is on the other side of whatever happens.
Okay.
Pulling
I'm
the
gonna,
lever.
yeah.
Izzy, you're pulling the lever?
Pull the lever.
Yes.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh
God.
dear.
Not again. Yeah, that's a 9.
That is a 9.
Oh, sweetie.
Your scales. You're not your scales, I'm sorry. That's Aureliana. Your hair seems to stand on end. Electricity sparks between your horns as you find yourself transported back to the vestibule.
Oh,
Just
Lever?
Izzy. Just Izzy.
okay.
Interesting.
I'm going to assume you would then make your way back to where
Yeah.
the party is.
Yes.
You're completely unharmed.
Huh.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Go right ahead. If I'm right, Izzy, correct me if I'm wrong, because I am still, like I said, I just learned to DM in November. I am still relatively new to DMing, but this is a learning experience for everybody. We will teach you to play if you want to learn how to play. That being said, Izzy, correct me if I'm wrong, Detect Magic just kind of happens.
Yes, just kind of
Yep.
happens. You just learn
Right.
everything about it. Yep.
Yep.
While
Do you want me to read the thing?
the lever is magical, the gate is mundane.
The lever's magical. So what kind of magic? So I can detect the presence of magical effects within 30 feet.
Teleport. I'm not sure exactly what school it would be, but teleportation.
It's a teleportation thing. Okay, cool. No other magic within 30 feet?
No.
Cool. All right. Interesting. Why would you need teleportation?
Perhaps it teleports us beyond the gate.
Going
Well-
the wrong way.
Izzy pulled the lever and was teleported to the vestibule, so I would imagine that she would have relayed that back to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
It brought me back to the vestibule. I am not happy about having walked all this way again.
Perhaps.
Come
it
back, you've got like
requires
sticks in your hair. You're
spell.
just
What would
Perhaps
happen
it requires
if...
a spell before it will teleport in the right direction.
Yeah, maybe we need to be ready for it.
for the sake of time, I would like everybody to make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Nat 20.
You say?
Nat 20.
Yeah.
You
boys.
notice,
Woohoo!
Seraphina, you notice as everyone else is focused on this lever, you look at the grate. Orleana had been pushing, but the bottom of the gate is shiny and smooth from years of coming into contact with skin oils. You're pretty sure you can just lift this thing.
Okay. I will try to lift it. Do you need me to roll?
Strength, please.
Okay.
Specifically athletics.
Athletics, okay. Got it. Gonna be an 18.
Yeah, it just rolls up like a garage door. You basically just lift the gate and you...
Okay. So we're in. We move now? Is it this way?
Yes.
Oh. It's a dead end, I think.
You are now standing in the library.
Okay.
Ooh.
As you look around, I don't know why this map doesn't have all the little things that I put on there. That's fine. What we are going to do is just call it a day. We're just going to keep going. You see, straight in front of you, Seraphina, is a display case with the same kind of display case, maybe 1.5 feet squared. There's a total of 3 of them. 1 on the western wall, 1 on the northern wall, and 1 on the eastern wall.
Okay. Display case. Okay.
Each does contain something, but it's laying down, so it's a little more difficult for you to see.
Laying down. Okay.
Orleana would like to investigate the nearest.
The nearest, okay. Northern, southern, western.
What would that make? I'm assuming she is closest to. What would that be? Hang on. We came.
The one between the bookshelves is the western. The one closest to Terra is the southern. Yeah, is the southern. I had to check. And the one closest to Kier is the northern.
Okay, yeah. So she was closest to the northern.
Okay. You're going to go over to the northern?
Yep.
What would you like to do?
So you said it was like a display case. So can it open?
You imagine it could, yes. It doesn't look locked.
Yes. It doesn't look locked. I don't think I have that spell, do I?
Well, my detect magic should have picked up if there was. I'm concentrating on it, by the way. So
Oh.
if there's
I
any magic
actually-
in here,
Remember, give me 1 minute. I might have to retcon something. The western display case, there's a square on the floor that is giving off a magical essence. I added some stuff since I last ran this. They had it a little too easy, so bear with me.
Okay.
Okay,
Do we know
so
what kind of
she's-
magic?
Yeah, so just in front of the western display case is lighting up as magic. I'm
I
not
think that one's trapped.
I'm not so sure of what school this would be, so I will say it does feel very much like a trigger of some sort.
Stay away from the western one, friend. That
All right,
one's
she's
gonna
going
need...
to just try and open the display case. The northern one, that is.
Okay.
Yep,
As you
And
walk forward, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
that sounds about right for me. All right, let's go. Ability, save, senses, and we are looking for dex. At least it's not strength. 11.
That does not pass.
I just remembered. I've just remembered. I have guidance. Phew, guidance for you. That's an extra D4.
Extra
can
D4.
Guess who
was
just
it?
looked at their spells?
Given that you already have failed, you may use it next time. But right now,
Okay. Yep. I'll cop it.
Next time, I'll
As
remember that I
a-
can give you some guidance.
as a decently disguised vine tightens around your ankle, pulls you into the air. You had triggered a pressure plate. A large boulder acting as a counterweight falls as Orleana is yanked 35 feet into the air.
Whoa.
Okay.
Me
Oh,
down,
no.
dearies. Oh no! Oh no!
Calm down.
Oh yeah!
You smack the ceiling, taking 10 bludgeoning damage and fall back down. You're hanging
Oh,
about
fuck.
8. You hang about 8 feet in the air.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Orlena, if I shoot the vine and you fall, will that hurt?
Can I
Are you gonna
catch
be
her?
okay with falling? Are you falling 8 feet?
I mean, we could get Muscle Mommy to catch her, just saying. This isn't at all
That's
because
true.
I want to see that.
Please catch me.
I'm ready.
My dear, can you?
That's her
Fine.
voice. When she finally
Deceased.
Is it bad that I'm kind of just imagining South Asian Karlak now?
It's
Nice.
pretty much that. It's pretty much that. Sure.
Like, I am I'm
Really
on
love
board. I am on fucking board. Let's go.
Sure. What do you need me to do to catch?
Athletics.
Oh, no problem.
I'm gonna say athletics. Let's say DC 15.
Come on. Let's go.
Don't drop
And,
the old lady. Come on.
I'm terrible at math, so I have a
She's got
calculator
very fragile
as
bones.
well. Just have my little pink calculator. Be like, what are the numbers that I press? Beep, boop, beep. That is a dirty 20.
Yes, and with that dirty 20, our ranger does shoot the vine as the vine snaps. You effortlessly. This woman is old. She's brittle. She's basically just skin and bones at this point, so she is so light. You catch her absolutely no problem, full on Princess Carrie, and just set her down. She takes no further damage.
She's gonna like pat you on the cheek. It's like, oh, thank you for that, dearie. And then she's going to like, after patting your cheek, run her hand down to your bicep. You are very strong.
She doesn't respond, but instead you just feel like the muscle flex a little as you go like a little
Oh
pulse.
dear. Oh dear.
Listen,
Lovely.
as someone who's worked in nursing homes, old women are some of the dirtiest people I've ever met.
I'll give a double flex just for that.
I'm gonna gently pat Orlena on the head, and do and cure wounds, because I don't like to see the elderly get hurt. which will be. Let's go. That I'll give you 13 hit points back.
Yay!
Perfect. But as this trap is one that can only be triggered one time, when Orlena steps back up to the pressure plate, nothing happens. As you open it, you pull out something that looks like a flute. This is what you're seeing.
Ooh.
Looks
It
vaguely
has-
medical.
It has a star-shaped base, and our +6 in religion recognizes this as Krishna's flute.
Ah.
As you examine the wall that this is that this display case is sitting on, you notice faded painted writing along that wall that reads, "The weight of law."
On which wall, sorry?
The wall just above the display case. So the northern wall.
The one with the flute in it.
Yes, right above the flute is writing on the wall that reads, "The weight of law." This is gorgeous scripture. It looks like it is original, not graffiti.
We love that.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Well, this seems to belong to Krishna.
Great.
We might need to
And it's
hold
got
on
that
to it.
star shape. Yeah.
Exactly. It's got the star shape, but this writing on the wall here does not match. It speaks of law, but Krishna is of protection and redemption.
Well, nope, that's a me mistake. I put things in the wrong spot. I have to flip that in my
Never
notes. I
mind,
am
it
so
doesn't say
sorry.
that.
We're gonna flip that.
Yep.
It is Themis's scales. It is Themis's scales.
Okay.
Themis's scales, and it says "The weight of law" with the triangle base.
Cool. So we have the scales and not the flute.
You have the scales and not the flute. I am so sorry. I'm
Okay.
adjusting that on my sheet right now. How did I make that mistake?
We have the scales.
Incredible.
Perfect. Can I do?
Here I was thinking I was super smart and like picking out the discrepancies.
You're still smarter than me.
I'm like, oh yes, patterns. Patterns
I
and
figured
puzzles.
something out. I figured some sneaky. Is that no?
You did. You figured out that
no.
I did this way more tired than I should have.
Amazing.
That is okay. So it's Themis's scales. The base is shaped like a triangle, and the writing says "The weight of law."
Okay.
Great.
I get the feeling we should hold on to this.
Seems like it's going to be useful, yes. Okay, so this western
Yes.
display case.
The one
one-
directly in front of Seraphina.
Incredible, yeah. So this one has a trap. Does anyone have any way to get across the trap? It looks like there's another little pressure plate in front of it to open up this display case.
I suppose someone could jump it.
It is.
I mean,
Strength
good.
and strongness? Question mark.
It doesn't look big. You could quite easily step around it.
Just
But if
step
one
around.
were
Right,
not-
well, I'm gonna
if one were not being careful, if one did not know it was there, it would be it's place where it would be very easy to step on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're aware it's there, it's really not that difficult to avoid.
Great, then I'm just going to not
Okay.
step on it and go
Perfect.
and open this display case.
Here is the flute. This is the flute, and the writing on the wall above reads "The Weight of Redemption."
Cool.
Okay. Can I go take a look at the display case on the eastern wall?
You may. You
is
meant southern, I think.
southern. Okay.
The one
Yes,
we've
I
not
might.
looked at yet.
Yes. Is
Hi,
the
Espresso.
lights. How cute.
This is the only way that I'm going to get any peace. And peace is over.
Does this one also have a plate in front of it?
This one does not have anything that's pinging with detect magic.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can I do a check to see if I notice anything sticking out? Maybe an investigation check?
Yes, go ahead and investigation.
I'm gonna cast guidance.
That's the extra D4?
Excellent.
Yes, that is an extra
And-
D4.
All right.
I'll just be snacking on an avocado that I brought.
Protein.
That is
Exactly.
a 24.
Again, there is nothing magical, but there are several stones placed. Or are they stones? They look flimsy. They don't look like stone. They look more like paper, painted to look like stone.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Oh.
you're sharing this information with the group.
Yes, absolutely.
Would
Theory,
you like
I
to
I
make
suggest
a
you don't step there.
Would you like to make a second investigation check?
Sure.
Your DC this time is 17.
All right. Come on, dice.
I'm gonna. Oh, do you'll still have guidance?
I got a
don't you,
19.
right?
You got a 19.
Yeah, I got a 19.
As you bend down, hello espresso. You bend down, you examine these, and you feel this is definitely paper. And coming from behind this paper, you hear a very faint buzzing.
Ooh.
Don't step on the paper, dearie. It's not going to end well.
That's fair. I'm gonna trust your judgment. Oh.
Can you
Trust
step
me, old
around
lady.
it?
Buzzing.
Yes, this is much like the magical trigger that you avoided. They would be very easy to step on if you were unaware. However, as you've spotted them, they are relatively easy to avoid.
So I will step around them. And I will step around them.
Okay. Go ahead and open the case.
Okay, opening.
As you open this case, you find the weight of truth. You recognize the symbol of a deity you have not seen before. If you will make a religion check for me.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would she still have guidance going?
I believe so. Keep your paws off
Does it
the
last for
iPad,
1
ma'am.
minute?
Is that 3?
Sorry,
My
she's
son, you are
Dirty
barely
buddy.
letting me write my notes.
she's getting a little pausey with the iPad.
Mine's completely sitting on my
Mine?
notebook, so and he's licking himself sitting on my notebook, so
Oh my goodness.
Aww.
it is.
Pause away, you. Pause to yourself.
No, what's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers.
Yeah, exactly. Kitty cam.
Are we gonna get banned from Twitch for this?
He's being
Poor
lewd.
Crowder.
Just
It's a lewd
cats
boy.
with their little tongues sticking out, lemming away.
We do
Yeah,
have
This is
11
what we've
people
come here
in here.
for.
We have 11 people in here, so thank you
Hello.
everybody who has come to
people.
watch.
Thank you,
Hi.
lovelies.
I
Come
got
for the
a
D&D, stay for the cat.
30/20.
30-20.
Yeah, we always stay for the cat. Good job.
This is a depiction from Egyptian lore. This is Ma'at's Feather of Truth.
Ma'at.
The base is circular.
Ooh. Okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, so do we put these back on the pedestals outside? Or just the truth feather?
That sounds like a good idea. We might.
Well, considering that the idols were actually representations of the gods themselves, and these are their symbols, if you would.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
We might have
Shall
to
we try?
either find. We may have to either find the idol of
Mhm.
Ma'at, or we have
Mm.
to switch the idols for these items. Might as well try them both.
Try the items.
Yeah, let's try the items since we have all three.
Yeah,
going-
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Matt. Yeah.
We're going back to the greenhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mhm.
Espresso! Espresso! No, that is my yarn. Keep your paws off. I love her. She's the reason I don't get nice things.
Just doing a little dance.
I
Don't
am
mind
so
me.
happy that my doors are working like they were supposed to. Half of this was IDK what I'm doing because all the credit in the world to the one. No, I don't want to move that piece. All the credit in the world to the wonderful Nikki the Bee, who is the guest DM on the last Hail to the Heroines. She is the reason that I know how to use Owlbear Rodeo. You can thank her for Chaos Kobold. Thank you so much. We have Chaos Kobold gifting Leah actually a tier 1 sub. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chaos
Hooray!
Kobold.
Thank you kindly.
Just a quick shout out as well. If any of you would like to look at playing here on Hail to the Heroines, we do actually have an active casting call up right now. Another active casting call will be going up today. You can get the link to the Google form in our Discord. There should be a Streamlabs bot posting the Discord link. Come in, come play, join the chaos. So, we are taking everything over here to these
Yeah.
pedestals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall we shift the statues and put the symbols in?
So, what are you putting where?
Okay.
We put
Notes.
the scales go in one because that's law.
Law.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The flute goes in 2 because
Two.
that's
Yes.
redemption.
Redemption.
And
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
the feather
Feather
goes in 3. That's truth.
For truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As each effigy slips into place, each pedestal clicks once. As that third pedestal, the pedestal of truth, clicks, you hear a much larger sound, like something unlatching, coming back from that southern hall that you just came from.
Oh.
Interesting.
Back to the hall,
Should
I
we-
suppose.
Let's go.
All right, dearies, back we go.
Yippee!
Oh no, my other notes.
Yippee.
Espresso.
Yippee.
We're getting our steps in.
This is more- this is-
Yes,
She's
that's
probably
it.
getting more steps than I've had in the past 6 weeks. So
True.
as
true.
I like to
but
say,
as
it'll
when
be
I met
fine.
you guys, boot.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry, my cat knocked the rest of my notes.
Espresso is just choosing violence today.
She chooses violence every day.
Who wouldn't choose violence?
See, I had all of this
On
prepped,
brand.
and now she's thrown. Here we go, found it. We good.
Amazing.
Come on. Come on. Well, it's not opening, so I'm doing... This door is supposed to open. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I can't
Let it-
find my
oh.
mini.
Oh.
Let there be
I
light.
got in.
As
We
you
are
enter this
in.
room, you find yourself surrounded
Oh, there I am.
by little alcoves. Each alcove, there are 9, has a shelf. 6 of the 9 shelves have deity statues.
Mm.
Great.
The 3 that don't have statues, I would like to investigate whether or not they have bases of the same shapes as the outside thingies.
Yes, they do. I'm going to give you that right
Yeah.
now because this is something you've already seen once before.
Cool.
These
I'm
look...
assuming we brought the statues with us. Strong
you?
arm lady.
Of course.
Muscle Mommy's on this shit.
Fantastic.
They've been with me the
Alright.
whole time.
So, all right. So Orilena's going to point to whichever alcove is missing the idol and has the triangle base, and this one is for Themis. Themis should go there.
Okay.
And then she'll point to whichever one has the star, and this one is for Krishna.
Perfect.
It looks
We
as
still
though
need
we
to
shall
find
have
that
to
third
find
statue.
Mars.
You have...
Mhm.
What do I have? Just to help. We have... Krishna. And we have... Themis.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Each slots into place with a click.
This is Mars.
More
What's
clicking.
all happening?
We like
Clicky
clickety clack.
things.
Mm,
For once, clicking is good.
yeah. Okay. We need to find that other statue.
Indeed, we do.
All right. Should we
DC5
check out
history,
the other room?
please. Actually, yes, you got it. I had to do this for my other party, and I just assumed you'd forget too. That is on me. There is an entire part that Kira has remembered that you have not explored yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The
Yeah, I was about to
room.
point out that there's another door. Yeah.
There is another door. We got
More
this.
doors.
So we are going to the northern wing.
One does not simply walk into Mordor's.
Or, I'm sorry, we're going to the southern wing. We're in the northern wing. I might have
We're
mislabeled
in the
these
northern
when I
wing.
typed them out. We're going to the one you
Oh, well.
haven't been to yet.
Great.
They're labeled correctly on my sheets. I may have labeled them wrong when I was setting up Owlbear Rodeo. Like I said, I was very tired.
Happens.
It's fine. It's still running. That's what matters.
Exactly.
We got this. We got this.
Ooh, 4 doors this time.
Oh. What is in this room?
A large rectangular... Oh, no, that's the dining hall. You step into what looks like just a standard corridor. At that far, far end, you do see a white marble pedestal that looks like it should hold something. But this pedestal is empty.
What shape
Circular.
is the hole? Shit.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I wonder if we might have to collect that feather from outside.
Maybe.
Can we
Tell if any of the other doors are any of the other doors appearing unlocked, or are they all locked?
Can
You
we
feel
go through
very
any
investigation check about that.
Very investigation check. Excellent.
Hmm.
I was vibing that way, and I'm glad you confirmed for me.
Great. Do you need some guidance?
I will gladly take that guidance.
I will give you some guidance. Grandmother, consider my help available to you.
Oh, much
Aw.
appreciated.
So cute.
All right, and that's D4. So we're rolling investigation. That is not the best roll, so come on, help me out, D4. So that's 15 in total. Thank you for the guidance.
Which
You are
door?
very welcome.
Pick a door. Any
Um,
door.
Pick a door, pick a prize, any prize. All right, she's gonna have a look and see if this one closest to her.
Well, your DC
is
was
open.
5, so that is a check. That is well above and beyond.
Oh, excellent. Maybe I didn't need guidance.
Given that we do have a Cleric of Thesmora, or a Paladin of Thesmora, you feel some kind of cold divine presence on the other side of this very unlocked door.
Old divine.
Interesting.
Good thing I'm knitting. Good thing I'm crocheting a shawl.
Was going to ask you what you were making.
Yes, it never hurts to have something to keep extra warm.
Absolutely fair.
For shits and gigs, for anyone who does not realize, she has cold breath. Like she's a cold dragonborn type. She's just old and feels
Cool.
cold anyway.
Aww.
So even
So
though she's rugged up in her
wholesome.
furs, she's frail.
Somehow old people are always cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have
Okay.
the muscle tone and the fat for insulation.
As this-
muscle? No.
As this door swings open, I would like you all to make a stealth save. I don't know if it's a dex saving throw or it's a stealth check. It's a stealth check. I wrote that weird. I wrote stealth
Stealth
saving
check.
throw, and I don't
Okay.
think that's a thing.
That
No.
is not a
Check. Okay.
I do that at disadvantage.
yeah. Old lady's still not super stealthy. That's an 8.
Yeah, I'm doing
Hey,
it with
that's a six
disadvantage
opinion.
as well. Okay, we're not terrible. 18 for me.
Okay.
30-20.
Okay.
Girl. Oh, you got
That's
so
great.
many dirty 20s today.
The
I know,
number we are
I'm soaking
looking
it in.
for is 24.
Oh.
What?
As
No.
a large
That's-
rectangular hall hosts what remains of wooden benches and tables that have all but rotted away. Broken dishes and silverware littered along the floor. 3 stone statues stand silent against the western wall, and on the far end, next to a door, sits what looks to be another deity statue. But as no one played meet or beat with that 24, Michelle, these 3 statues are what that cold divine energy is coming from, as they all animate, but do not
Delightful.
attack.
Don't
Oh,
attack.
okay.
They
Oh,
don't
not
those
attack.
those 3 are making me rather cold.
Oh.
The code is coming from them.
Interesting.
Can I perceive what's going on with them?
Yes.
That will be 23.
These seem to be some kind of divine guardian, some kind of magic spell, something that is left over and still operating from when this was an operational temple.
Do I get the sense that if we do a particular thing, they'll activate?
It would be a relatively decent assumption to assume that there is a correlation between this deity statue lying on the floor where it is and the fact that there are guardians in this room, but you really can't glean anything else from that.
What's the deity lying on the floor? Can we tell what deity it is?
Where are you?
I'm right next to the far, like the door.
You are actually right next to the statue. Religion, please.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not good at this.
I give guidance. I cast guidance.
Oh, it's useless. I only got a 2 on the die.
Oh, fuck that.
I know.
Would
Look,
you
I'm an
like-
atheist. What can I say?
Would you like to take
You're lucky
another
if
fake
guidance
curse?
is a cantrip.
Oh, give me another fake curse.
D100, please. Actually, go ahead and reroll your D20 first, and then we'll do D100.
Okay. Nat 20 was worth it.
This is
Woohoo!
the circular-based statue
go.
of Ma'at.
Aha! Incredible. And that's a 79 for the fake
17
curse. I like the 9.
79.
79. I still smell incredible, by the way.
17.
I love this. None of my players have got this yet. This is the first time I will be seeing this fake curse.
Oh no.
You can no longer use your eyes and your ears at the same time. One must be
Wait.
covered to use the other. Attempting to use both eyes and ears will result in vivid audio or visual hallucinations.
Incredible. This is not great for a ranger, I have to say.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh
Well-
no.
I'm gonna look at things to start with. So I'll cover my ears until I say otherwise.
Absolutely. So you're just...
Well, look, I'm happy that it's nothing to do with my nose because I'm enjoying the delightful scent.
Which at this point does begin to fade from you.
No. No. I protest.
You smell normal levels of good now.
Okay.
Still pretty good.
You are no longer irresistible. You are normal levels of good.
Which
You're
it
still
looked, to be honest.
irresistible to us.
I wish I had sniffed
Thank
you more when I
you.
had the chance.
I'll take things a serial killer would say for 20.
You don't know what you have until it's gone. So
Babes, did you not sniff me when you covered me in your glitter?
a little bit, but I should have done it more.
Yeah, I felt it. I felt it. It was nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. So I'm
Orlina
looking
wants
at the
to just
statue.
speak to the guardian thingies. She just wants to speak to them and ask, are you here for any in particular?
They do not respond, but they do all
I'm
turn
gonna-
your attention.
Oh, that's not good. I was gonna poke it with my sword, but never mind.
Okay. In that case,
Calm down, muscle mummy.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion
Okay?
and send it kind of to and see if first of all see if the guardians look at it.
They do. They track any movement, but they do not move to attack.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna send my illusion towards this other door and see what happens. The door that I'm standing next to. I'm gonna make my minor this door here. I'm gonna make my minor
Yes.
illusion try and go through the door.
As it gets closer to the door, nothing seems to happen. But as this illusion gets closer to the statue still lying on the ground, they begin to bristle.
Ooh, okay.
Don't go near the statue, dearie. It's what I feared, that they will react if we touch it.
It looks okay.
Michelle.
It looks like
You recognize the divine presence of your deity Thesmora in these.
This might be a good
looks like someone
moment
tried to nick the statue and got
Next.
dealt with.
Oh,
I was hoping we
what?
could reason with them.
When you say you were hoping you could reason with them, I just kind of like pulled the sword out a little bit and then put it back.
No, dearie.
Murder?
I get the feeling that this would not be wise.
Mm-mm.
And
How do we get this statue
can
without dealing with them?
You already tried talking to them. Can I try talking with them to see?
What are you-
Um.
Are you going to speak in common or are you going to speak in Latin? Because we have established your character would know Latin. That's on me.
Oh, yeah. I'll speak in Latin.
Okay,
And
what are you
I
saying?
will ask
Oh yeah,
them-
wouldn't yes, we should, because I think, didn't we say Orlena also would have understood Latin?
Yes.
Because that's how we read that. Yep. Okay. Excellent.
I will ask if they will grant us passage to collect the statue and see if they respond.
Persuasion.
Okay. Come on, dice. Where's my skills?
Don't fuck this up, dearie.
Oh, good. Good. Nice. That is a 23? Yes, that is a 23.
These statues focus on you. They bristle. And then you feel divine approval wash over you as once again the statue's
yeah.
still.
All right. Looks like we can go ahead and grab this statue, guys.
Excellent.
Muscle mummy, do your job.
Princess Muscle Mummy.
It's Princess Muscle
Yeah,
Mommy to
it's
you.
Princess Muscle Mummy to you.
Princess Muscle Mommy, if you're
Mommy.
next.
Yes, ma'am.
Espresso. Guys, I'm getting bit. Ma'am, I am not a chew toy.
It's the autism.
Stimming behavior.
Yeah.
Good.
Cats
your
are
cat
tiny
has
autistic
autism.
people.
They honestly are.
They should.
Especially this fucker. I love her dearly. Jesus Christ.
Alright. Let's go, dearest.
So,
Should we put the statue down the end here?
are we going... we're going back to that little thing at the end?
Uh-huh.
Let's
I
go
think
back
so,
to
yeah.
the room with the alcoves.
Mhm.
Yes, I suppose so.
Do you still have Detect Magic present?
No, it only lasts for a minute.
Okay. Just because I'm a kind DM and really don't want to see you all get TPK'd.
Oh, good.
Fight,
Oh, no,
fight,
it's
fight,
fine.
fight.
Would
I
recommend
it's
I
10
would
minutes.
recommend a Deus Ex Machina version of some thorough investigation of all of these rooms.
Okay. Well then, yeah. In game time, it's been less than 10 minutes. We've been running around. I've still got detect magic up.
There's something coming from that room near that statue. You can't completely tell what it is. It seems like remnants of magic.
Remnants of magic.
Like something was
Interesting.
there.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I cast Detect Evil and Good to see if it's an aberration or a celestial or elemental or fae or undead or a fiend within 30 feet?
You may.
And that lasts.
The only divine power that you sense from this is those 3 statues.
Interesting.
However, the power coming from that other room, or the remnants of power, do have a hint of Thesmora specifically.
Can I tell what kind of magic it used to be?
Arcana.
14.
Cleric.
It's cleric magic. Interesting.
Interesting.
So, a cleric of Thesmora cast something in here.
Did they cast?
Wow. You tell me.
Did they cast?
As you look
Or
around,
were they prevented from casting?
as you look around, you see an oddly shaped satchel sitting on the table. This is not a satchel that is covered in dust. This is something that looks like it has been placed here within the last day.
Oh, it's our friend.
Would this belong to little Mr. Lawson?
Careless.
Or perhaps hasty? We should proceed with caution.
What's in the satchel?
As you open the satchel, you recognize these green bottles that are sitting inside. These are, and you'll see the Themis statue as well, but this is Verity's Grace. There are 6 bottles of the Verity's Grace potion. Verity's Grace, you will fall into a deep slumber for 2 turns. However, when you wake up, you will benefit from a long rest.
Oh.
Ooh.
Cool. And there's 6 of them.
There is 6 of them.
Wonderful.
Nice one to hold on to those. I'll need a good sleep after this.
Yes, you get some spells.
Player
back.
will also need a good
grandmother.
sleep after this. Player would love some of that right now. Player
You need a great sleep.
Yeah.
I need a big fucking nap.
How... Azrael says, how goes the puzzle? Well, it goes.
Me likes puzzles.
I'll tell you how we thought this was going to go initially when we ran it the first time after the session's over.
Love that.
So how we've picked up the satchel and grabbed the potions already.
Go ahead and add them to your group inventory. I would like you all to remember as well, you all do have 2 total uses of the deal with the devil. Does that, just for our chat, deal with the devil is a house rule. Between these 5 players, they must agree on their 2 uses of the deal with the devil. That turns any roll they make For that one roll will turn into a natural 20. However, at any point, I may look at any one of these players, regardless of who made the initial roll, and turn it into a natural 1.
Cool. So we've
Gives the
got
old lady a magnificent death scene.
Beautiful.
We have 2 more doors here to explore, shall we?
For completeness' sake, I'd say let's do it.
Shall we just head across the hall to this one?
Let's.
You find yourself standing in what looks to be an old sleeping quarters. This seems to be more of a feminine room.
Great.
I would like everybody to make a acrobatics check. Everyone who passed through the door, acrobatics, please.
Acrobatics.
Oh no.
Oh,
7.
Okay, I'm not at a disadvantage.
No.
17.
I gotta stop rolling with D&D Beyond because that's a 9.
21.
18.
Luckily, we were looking for 5.
Yay.
Oh my god.
You hear a very familiar click, and you all dart out of the way as darts fly out of holes in the wall on the far end and through the door that you just entered through. 4 darts embed themselves in the stone just outside the door.
Oh.
Well, that was rather rude.
Okay, let's have a look at this next room before we actually go in there, shall we? Let's be a little bit cautious. What
I'd
else
say
is in
life's
this
too
room?
short for caution, but then
Correct. Life is too short for caution. Walking in.
I'm 187 years old, so perhaps not my
I'm
life.
an elf. I'm 300.
Welcome to the club, dearie. Talk to me when you're 1,000.
Usually I would
Okay.
make you investigate, but given that we have a paladin of Thesmora, you recognize a shepherd's staff laying on the bed. The lamp is broken. To clarify, we're looking at this kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
The lamp is broken,
Cool.
as this is a broken staff of truth leaning against the wall near the beds. Anyone is able to add this to their inventory. However, it will grant any devotee of Thesmora a additional D4 to any healing spell they cast.
Oh, Serafina, this is yours.
Let me make sure I have healing
What?
spells first. I should, but let me make sure so we're not wasting it for no reason.
If
You
you
should
are
have
not
one
going to work.
If
It's
you
only
are
going to work
not-
for
I have
you
my own
anyway,
hands.
so
Yeah.
it will work for
That's fine.
anybody, but for everyone else, it's just an additional 1 point of healing to any healing spells.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I do have healing. So yes, if you are okay with it, I will grab it.
go right ahead.
Please.
Sorry.
did it look like the stuff belonged here? Like, did it have any dust on it to say it had been here for a long time, or
It looks like
is
it
fresh?
probably belonged to the sisters that used to inhabit this room. You know that it would not have come from Lawson, as he is only a cleric hopeful. He would not have been trusted with his own shepherd's staff, and you know that the one that he was lent was not broken.
Okay.
Does this room look like it had been inhabited recently, or does it look like there's anyone been here recently?
It's pretty dusty.
Okay.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Is there anything on the walls? Do they have any bookshelves or anything in here besides the bed?
There's a few beds. Izzy is currently standing in what looks to be a very basic bathroom. This is simple communal. It looks like a communal sleeping quarters.
Interesting.
Okay. Anything interesting in the bathroom?
It's a
Izzy?
bathroom.
It is a bathroom.
Anyone need to go?
I kind of like
Pit stop?
awkwardly make my way to the bathroom.
The old lady just
Yeah.
like, well,
I'm just gonna look away.
And just kind of stare at all of you without saying anything. And then
Just slam the door.
Like a cat.
just slam the door.
Okay, but
Yeah.
there is nothing else magical. And I'm gonna say at this point, detect magic has faded.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Nothing else here. Let's go to the other room.
Oh, hey, the door worked that time.
Incredible. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a cheeky little investigation before we go in.
Okay, before you go in, you're investigating. Go ahead.
Yes. Because, we don't have a great
I
record
give
with
guidance.
Mhm.
Thank you. Oh, man. It was
Love
so
having
nearly
guidance as a
17. But now it's 3. And that's... what is investigate? Oh, it's 5.
And I'm guessing you're still.
Oh, hang on, plus my guidance. That's now 9.
We were looking for 15.
Bollocks.
Sadness.
Damn.
Absolute sadness. Well, my passive investigation was better than that. Like, come on.
What's your passive?
Passive is 12.
I'll take it.
Like better than I rolled. Yeah.
I'll take it because you noticed the same kind of holes on the far wall that were in the sisters' quarters.
Great. Okay, everybody. Duck.
Goose.
Be careful.
The old lady just trying so hard to crouch away.
As you look down, you see what had triggered the other as well is a very thin tripwire. So you all just kind of step over the tripwire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is a very basic room, much like the other room you've been in. This is a communal sleeping quarter. What's left of wooden bed frames and linens litter the floor. But this room is a little more of a mess. It looks like someone was rifling around in here.
Ooh. Okay. There would be no way to know if something is missing.
I feel like you could, because if you could see where like dust has perhaps been disturbed on a shelf or something like that, like if there's a. I would like to investigate for something of that nature. Does it look like something has been removed?
You can have some
Alright.
guidance.
Woo! All right, I'm gonna roll my actual dicey dice because D&D Beyond hates me, so I'm gonna roll my actual dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is what are we? Investigation 13 plus 3 is 16. 19.
Yes.
19. That is enough. You really can't tell if anything has been moved, honestly. It's such a mess in here. But as you are digging through things and trying to figure out what happened, you find, kind of tucked under some rubble, a scroll of heal allies and a scroll of identify.
Ooh. Ooh. How very exciting.
I'll take those. Pops them into her satchel.
And that heal allies, I believe, should be a scroll of mass healing. I kind of changed the names for this.
Okay.
Wonderful. Is there anything else in this room? What is this other? Oh, what is this door? Is this another bathroom?
That is another bathroom.
Okay.
What was the other scroll? Sorry, so it was scroll of heal allies and scroll of
Identity,
Detect?
which is identify. So it's a scroll of identify and a scroll of mass healing.
easy peasy.
Wonderful.
As now that we've
So
gone through
we've-
everything, are we going to? Where are we going to?
Should we go back to the room with the alcoves and pop our Ma'at statue in place?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not the right one. It's this one. As you drop that Ma'at statue in place, coming from the greenhouse room, you hear just this massive movement of stone grinding on stone.
Ooh.
Okay.
Shall we cautiously return?
Very cautiously.
Oh, as you say that, I'm putting my sword back in.
No, that's cautious. That's the kind of cautious I mean.
Rutna
Yeah.
just
Okay.
really wants to hit stuff so bad, and I'm here for it.
Soon enough, dearie, soon enough.
Putri, you will hit things. You will be able to hit things very soon.
You now see, even though my map doesn't reflect it, that this passageway is open.
The one to up here.
And wafting
Ooh.
out of this hall is a cold energy that reeks of chaos and death.
Great.
Yeah, okay.
We are going to go
Incredible.
ahead and take a quick break. And then we will be back. Now, that being said, that's right. This is the part that I haven't technically written down yet. So guys, let's tap into that theater background and do some improv.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Love that. This is my wheelhouse. Let's go.
You step in to this hallway. It's dark. You feel as if it should be damp, but it isn't. There's an eerie silence. Your footsteps echo. As you walk into the devotion hall, you see standing in the center of the room someone who you can only assume to be one Andrew Lawson. It's an old man you don't recognize. They are surrounded by a glowing light coming from what you specifically, Michelle, would know to be the shepherd's staff of truth, whole and glowing. I would like everybody to make a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
The 15.
That is 21.
Oh, come on, baby.
17.
13. She is not perceptive, this girl.
16.
Who was my 21?
That was me.
Kira,
21.
you are very used to existing at the edges as a ranger. So while everyone else is focused on Andrew Lawson and his lost soul in the center, on the center pedestal, surrounded by this guarding light from the Staff of Truth, your eyes are on the edges. And just out of the corner of your eye, off to the left, in the shadows, you see a flicker of something stirring.
Interesting. Well, my bow is in my hand. There is an arrow knocked. I'm going to point it towards wherever I see the flicker. I'm going to... Let's just go into the room a little bit. So I have a good line of sight. Because I can't hear anything. Because of that stupid curse.
I will say that does begin to fade. You do forget to cover your ears, and while you initially become very nauseous, it does quickly start to subside as you feel the curse fade from you.
Thank God. Fantastic. So yeah, my bow is knocked. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic again. Cause why the hell not? We're gonna need all the help we can get, I feel.
Mm.
So what, if anything, do I sense?
Out of game, DM brain.
Yeah.
Remind me specifically what Detect Magic looks for, because I know it's vaguely magic stuff, not necessarily potions, because those are alchemical.
Mm-hmm.
But what specifically?
Specifically, you sense the presence of magical effect within 30 feet of yourself. If you sense such effects, you can take an action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic. And if an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell's School of Magic, and the spell is blocked by a foot of stone, dirt, or wood, an inch of metal, or a thin sheet of lead. It's concentrated. Not 10 minutes.
Absolutely. So there is an absurd amount of power pouring from the Staff of Truth, clutched in Andrew Lawson's hands.
Okay. Is there any magic coming from where I got that little flicker?
There is. But
Cool.
This is not a spell. It is a being. It is angry.
Great. Okay, cool. So if it's magic, it'll light up and I'll be able to see it. So I'm going to aim it at wherever it's glowing.
I would like you all, as Andrew Lawson sits there cowering, his eyes just staring straight ahead. He is watching this man's life flash before his eyes, and you can tell he is seeing, Lawson. He always thought that he didn't have any trauma, but now seeing this man repeatedly choose the bar over his son's birthday party, just repeatedly his friends over his family, and all of the moments he missed, he's realizing, frozen, standing, watching this time loop, that he essentially raised himself. He never really knew his parents, even though they provided everything for him and lived in the house with him. He was raised by his nanny. He provided transportation for himself. And this is all washing over him as he stands, clutching this staff for dear life, frozen. This is not a cleric, hopefully, that you see before you, but a scared 18-year-old child. As soon as that bow comes out and aims, with almost a flash of heated anger, a writhing, twisting soul amalgamation appears at the edges, stalking Lawson and the soul.
Okay.
We would like you all to roll for initiative.
Yep, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
+1.
14.
15.
15 as well.
Ooh.
18.
Okay, we've got an 18, 2 14s, a 15, a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's my 18?
I am.
Okay, that is Michelle. My amalgamation got a 16. I had a 15 and 2 14s and then a 10, right? Who was my
Yeah, mine-
who was my 15?
Yo.
Bet. Izzy, you were my 10.
Correct.
And out of my 2 14s, who has the higher dexterity?
My dex is a 15.
Mine's 18.
Okay, so that's gonna be Kira and then here. And we are good to go. Michelle, you are up.
Great.
Woohoo.
Okay. Oh my god, what is that? I am going to move. Where can I move? 5, 10, 15, 20. Come on, 25. And do I have a clear line of sight if I want to hit with my longbow?
Yes, you do.
Where I am? Okay, so I'm gonna roll to attack with my longbow.
Okie dokie.
That is going to be 21.
21.
Great.
Hold on.
And then that is, yeah.
Bitch needs a calculator. Bitch needs a calculator. Okay. I'm a DM. I can do math. Okay.
All right, and then a 21 hits, right?
A 21. Oh, I did 21 damage. Yes, a 21 hits.
it's
I am
The hit. Okay.
I am getting ahead of myself.
No, you're fine. And then
You take the 21 damage, it's no problem.
right?
I'm just like, you're
So
a
that'll-
paladin. You can
I won't
realistically do
complain.
it.
It's all good.
can. So that is 10 damage.
See, that's much easier math. I can do that math.
Right. Plus 4 to attack rolls made with that weapon. And then for that, I have proficiency in it, so it makes the creature slow, so it reduces its speed by 10 feet.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And then
Double checking. Is that just makes it just? Is that the slowed condition?
that is a good question. Let me double check.
Izzy, let me double check with you because you've been DMing much longer than I have. I am familiar with the slow spell where it does a ton of shit. Is this
Yes.
the same thing or is it just reducing movement speed?
It looks like it's
What?
just reducing the movement speed. It just says
Okay.
slow, and then it's only until my next turn. So I think it's just reducing movement speed.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna go
I've
with
got
that.
it as well. It's just the movement speed.
That. Thank you,
And then-
everybody, for kind of being on board with my learning brain.
Yeah, it does not
absolutely.
stack,
As you learn,
though.
we learn. No, it doesn't. It's just
Yeah.
110 feet
Just
of
the one.
movement. And then do I have any bonus actions I want to take? I don't think Divine Smite works on ranged attacks anymore, so that'll be the end of my turn.
Absolutely. We are now to the big bad's turn.
Yay.
Ooh.
Let's do this.
So, right off the bat, it is going to use its where'd your actions go? There it is. Constrict. It is going to move instead of 30, it's got 5, 10, could go 15, but we're just gonna go 10. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I already lost it. I'm a DM. That is going to be attacking straight at Bricius here.
Great. Awesome.
Because I love you.
Look, I am aiming at you, so I don't blame you. It's fine.
You
I get
are.
you. I'm a threat.
When you put it that way.
And it is going to attempt to constrict you. It is going to, as it's writhing, you see it start to take the form of a giant serpent. On the
Ooh.
camera, that is a natural 20. So I'm going to assume that hits with a 26.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I mean.
That is going to be 3d8 plus 4. That is going to be...
I should have healed myself.
That's 8, 15, 19.
Oofed.
Oh. Yeah. Cool.
19 bludgeoning damage, and you are now grappled. At the start of your next turn, you can attempt to make an escape check. I do have a DC for that. That will be a DC 16 escape.
Okay.
Until the grapple ends, you are restrained, and the amalgamation cannot constrict another target. Both of your movement speeds are reduced to 0.
That's fine. I'm a ranged girly. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's okay.
Dog in house on fire. It's fine.
Everything is awesome!
Everything is no problem at all.
And that is going to be its turn. Leah.
All right. I'm going to check here first of all. Shite. Oh no, within range. Excellent. I am going to start off with a bonus action using Healing Word on my dear friend. Let's go. So what's that? 2d4 plus 4. What do we got here? And 5 plus 4. You get 9 hit points back, friend.
Grandmother? It's your cookies. It's the cookies.
It's
Now
the
you're
cookies,
see-
dearie. They're delicious.
Now you're
They
seeing
are
why
delicious.
I'm just kind of like, please, in the interest of not a TPK, go explore the rest of the fucking temple.
Incredible.
All right, and
Thank you.
then
So that was your bonus action.
that was my bonus action. She's gonna keep her distance for a little bit, cause let's use the magic rather than the. Oh, I think that's the spell I wanted to use. Within range. How big is this cylinder? 20-foot radius. Oh, yes, let's do that. Okay. I'm going to cast Sleet Storm, which is a 3rd level spell. It says until the spell ends, which is concentration up to 1 minute. Until the spell ends, sleet in a tall 20-foot radius cylinder centered on a point you choose within range. The area is heavily obscured and flames in the area are doused. Ground in the cylinder is difficult to rate. Wait, no, that's not what I thought it was. No,
That's
sorry,
okay.
that's not an attack.
While
Mea
you read
culpa.
While
Mea
you
culpa,
read
I
that,
misread that one.
can everyone remind me that there's a something that was supposed to activate at the beginning of combat that I forgot to activate, so we'll be activating on BBEG's next turn.
Cool.
Remind me so my ADHD ass does not forget.
You got it.
Where did you go, you dumb fuck? Ooh, is that what I wanted? Oh, no, that only works on humanoid. Fuck, that's not going to help me either.
Nope,
Where
you're
did my
dealing with a
spell go?
huge aberration.
Alright, I am going to cast that. Oh, yes, I'll use this one. I'm going to use Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, go right ahead.
Sacred Flame. So you need to give me a dex saving throw of 15.
We'll go with the red dice.
Fire.
That is an 18 on the dice plus 4 for 22.
That is rude. Target gains. Hang on. Dexterity saving throw. Target must succeed or take 1d8 of radiant damage. No benefit from half cover or 3/4. Dang, I was really hoping that there would be half damage on that one. That is unfortunate. Alright, that's the end of my turn then.
Fantastic.
That is-
Kira.
Awesome. So I'm constrained.
You are restricted. Your movement speed is 0.
Can I misty step the fuck out of that?
I actually don't know
Maybe.
the answer to that. Are we able to misty step while grappled in order to escape?
I just had a look and I don't know.
The answer from our other DM at the table is yes. Or one of our other DMs at the table. So we are going to go with yes. You may misty step.
Incredible. So I'm gonna misty step.
And as
Out of
soon as
this-
you do, this aberration lets out just this violent, angry screech as its prey slips from its coils. And the
Yeah,
snake recedes back into the main, like, just swirling, angry soul.
Yeah, bitch, you better wail. Cool. And in that case, I'm over here now, so I'm gonna shoot my fucking arrows at him because, look, I've just gendered it, but it's fine.
Its
Yeah.
gender is fuck and you.
Great. Great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my pronouns are fuck off. Cool. So, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it. Because I can.
Go, bitch. Let's go.
And that's an at fucking 20.
Yes! So,
Yes!
critical
Nice.
hits at this table. You get 2 dice instead of 1. You get 2 hit dice instead of 1 hit dice. Your first hit dice is immediately max damage. So you are going to then roll your second hit dice.
Fabulous. Cool. So that's 12 to start with. But because my bow is vicious, I also get 2d6 of piercing damage.
Okay. So it's
And that's another 10.
12 from the crit plus 10 for
Plus
a
10 plus 4.
for a total of 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my first attack. So I'm going to go for it again. And the second one is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Woo! Okay, cool. And this time it is a 16 damage.
Absolutely.
Oh, and also I'm going to traumatize it and give it some a d4 of psychic damage. Because obviously there's trauma as a theme with this thing.
It really is.
I'm just going to reflect some of that back on it and give it another 2 psychic damage. Just looking in the mirror. Just, you know. Yes.
Okay.
I think. Oh no. Oh yeah. I couldn't cast. No, can't do Hunter's Mark because I used my bonus action to escape. Okay, that's me done.
It's time for Muscle Mommy to use her big stick.
Wee! Muscle Mommy runs right to it. So as a fighter, I was going easy earlier on those little, whatever. It's
The
like,
big guns are coming out now.
yeah, let everyone else do what they need to do. I'm good. So yeah, I'm just gonna run in straight. I get to attack twice as a fighter,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. So I think like, those of you who were next to me, you kind of just hear a little bit of like a deep breath in and like the tightening of muscles. Ooh.
The muscles bulge around the golden arm cuffs.
Exactly.
I just gently
Okay,
shiver because this is lovely.
Yeah, and pulling out the sword. And here we go. Baby, play. Okay, not bad. Finally, something good. Oh, but I can't do math. That's why we have calculators. I'll never regret buying this calculator. So that's a 23 on the first one.
23 to hit will hit.
Beautiful. There we go. All right, that's 13 damage on the first one.
13.
Yes. Muscle Mommy. Woo.
Muscle Mommy for the win. Honestly, I feel like I need to make a new channel, and it's just where we can post character art of all the Muscle Mommy characters that we've had.
Here for
Because
Completely
Yeah.
agree.
I would
over
personally
it.
love some fan art of my little Annie.
if we have got any artists who want to do anything, drop fan art. Like, I will post fan art to our social media all day long.
Incredible.
And I believe we actually do have a couple character artists in our Discord, including my friend Ada, who did all of the character art for my main YouTube campaign. Support your local artists, guys. Support your small businesses.
Very much.
We're just gonna do this again. Because I can.
Because
I
I
hit
can.
it again. Because I can. Yes. I will hit it again. Die. 15. 21, but a dirty 21. Yeah.
21 hits.
Does that hit?
Excuse
Okay,
me.
perfect.
21 hits.
More muscles. That's 10.
10 damage.
Mm-hmm. Alright. The muscle has done the muscling. And the muscling will just stare at it and kind of like huff out a little bit like that's it.
That is Kier, if that is your turn, that is Izzy. Our Oath
Oh,
of Conquest Paladin.
Yes. All right, gonna go.
But let's do some conquering, Izzy.
Let's conquer this bitch. All right. Bonus action. Casting Searing Smite, so I have that ready to go. And then, as an action, attacking. 14?
Miss.
All right. Second attack.
I will say for this, now that we're in our BBEG fight, fey curses are off the table. You may still use your deals with the devil, but fey curses are now off the table.
There. Second attack
Understandable.
is a 21.
21 hits.
Okay, in that case, hold on, I gotta do some math here, because that's that much for, okay, that's for base, and then for Searing Smite is that much, and I'm gonna throw on a second level Smite.
This is where we see the paladin, the damage is gonna start rolling in.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another 3d8. Okay, that is... I need to pull up the calculator on my phone because I can also do math.
None of us
I
are the
promise.
math gaze. We are all the art gaze.
Normally at my
Except for
table, I
me.
am the math guy. So
Yeah,
this is
I do math, but musical math. I can count to 8.
That's different. That's a yeah.
I can do...
That is
Musical math! I love that,
that is
so much.
23 damage.
23 damage.
Solid.
I don't know if types of damage matter, but if it
Um,
some is slashing, some is fire, some is radiant.
none of those kinds matter.
Okay, cool. That is my turn
Interesting.
then.
This thing reels back and just screeches in anger. This thing only has one mode, and it is attack. With that, we are coming back up to Michelle.
Oh, great. Okay. I'm gonna move again. 5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh, Kira's right there.
Are you trying to do an area of effect?
No, just a ranged attack. So as long as I don't roll on that one, I should be fine shooting over Kira, right? Okay.
Muscles can take it.
So I am going to first, as a bonus action, mark. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see how far away he is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That works.
There is also a tool, if you go over to the far right-hand side, you can measure. So you are 25 feet away.
25 feet. That works. So as a bonus action, I'm going to mark them with Binding Vow. So until the end of my next turn, they have advantage on... I have advantage on attack rolls against the creature, and they have disadvantage on all their attack rolls on everybody else until my turn comes around again.
Okay.
So I'm
So
gonna do that as a bonus action.
just making sure it's in my brain. You specifically have advantage.
Yes.
It has disadvantage on everything that is an attack roll.
Yes. All right, and then as my action, I'm going to attack with my longbow, so I'm going to roll to attack. Come on. Actually, let me pull this back up because I don't remember what my plus is. Here we go. That is going to be... $23 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And then I am going to expend one of my channel No, I'm not, because it's not a melee weapon. Okay. So for this, I need 1d8 plus 4. Just have my d8. Here it is. So that's going to be 12 points of piercing damage.
Perfect.
And then I think that is everything. Let me just triple check. Yep, that is going to be my turn.
Do you get a
Perfect.
second attack?
Oh, I do. Duh. I do.
Hint, hint, nudge,
I
nudge.
literally was just looking at that. Okay, so I have to roll to attack again. That is going to be a dirty 20.
30-20, or as I've started saying because of my lovely little artificer character, that is a very greasy 20.
I like that.
It's a little
Love it.
oily.
It's
And that is
It's a
another
filthy, filthy
D8.
20.
the filthy, naughty, dirty 20.
Mm.
Plus stuff, plus 4. Is that what that is? So that'll be 10 more points of piercing damage.
10 more points of piercing. Perfect.
Yes. And now that is my turn.
Amazing.
It is now the BBEG's turn. This does not count as an action or bonus action because I was supposed to activate this just automatically at the beginning of combat, and I didn't. So we are going to start with this thing starts to shake and vibrate angrily as almost a gloom spreads from it. How many feet is this? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
That's all. Of
So,
it.
Motherfucker!
That's all of it.
Everybody.
Alright, what saving throw are we doing, DM? Come on. We're not
Yeah.
stupid here.
dismantling last stand. 30-foot range activates automatically at start of combat. At the beginning of the amalgamation's turn, any creature within 30 feet of the amalgamation is dealt 1d4 force damage.
Ooh.
Fuck.
No save.
For every consecutive turn within that 30 feet, 1d4 is added to that force damage. So on your second consecutive round, it's 2d4, 3d4, so on and so forth. However, if a creature has not taken damage from dismantling last stand this round, so if you step out of the area of effect and then step back in, it resets to 1 force damage. However,
Oh, good lord.
for every d4 of force damage that you take, you deal an additional d4 of force damage on your attack.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's very complex.
It is. So,
it
just remember it like
reflect
this.
it back.
Right now is 1. If you take 1d4, you deal an additional 1d4. If you take 2d4, you deal an additional 2d4. If you leave, do not take damage. So you can't jump out and then just jump back in on the same turn. If you jump out, don't take force damage, and then jump back in, it resets to 1d4. I will help guide you through this. I helped build this thing.
Question
Sounds
for the
good.
DM.
Yes.
Is the so if I take 1d damage and I can deal 1d4 damage, does that change if I heal or get healed?
No. If you take the 1d4 force damage and then you heal, it's just like you took 1d4 damage and then healed. It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't nullify one of those d4s. Cool. Excellent. Good
So,
to know. And there's
now
no
that we
saving throw?
have, there is no saving throw because of the benefit that you get.
Yeah, fair.
However, it is going to use its Soul Rend legendary action. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Soul Rend. I meant Soul Siphon. Within 60 feet, we are going to go to
stranger.
I
Oh,
love you,
dear.
Seraphina, not enough to not do this.
Oh,
Understood.
Attack range. It's a spell attack. Attack range 60 feet. One target. Target must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed throw, the amalgamation siphons off a piece of the target's soul, dealing 2d10 plus 5 damage and healing itself for that same amount. On a successful throw, half damage is taken.
Wow. Okay. And you said
Wisdom
I'm
saving throw,
doing
please.
wisdom. Oh, thank God. It is a 21.
A 21. Okay, that is half damage. So go ahead and roll
Okay.
2d10.
Okay. Oh my God, I don't know. Here we
Chat,
go, D10.
how are we doing? How do we think this party is going to fare? Because I'm remembering about the healing abilities this thing has this time, which I did not do the first time I ran this one shot.
start taking bets, folks. How many of us die?
So that
Does
is
the
5
sweet old
points
lady-
of damage.
Does
So
the sweet old lady get to
you
have a
rolled-
magnificent death?
You rolled a total of 10.
No, I rolled a total of 5.
You rolled a
Am I
total
looking
of
at
5.
Yeah.
Plus 5 is 5. Plus 5 is 10. Half of that is 5. So yes, you
Okay,
take
so
5
points
damage,
of damage.
and it
Okay.
heals for 5 points of damage.
Got it. Okay. Updated.
Motherfucker.
It does not really have any bonus actions, so
Thank God.
yeah. We are going to move on. That is going to be Leah.
Woo! Alright. I got to double check my spells. And I am going to cast. Actually, no, first thing I'm going to do is back it up. I'm backing the
Oh.
fuck up. Because I got
As-
range spells.
You are, and as you did start your turn. Oh wait, no. So because you all also took, just to remind you, because the amalgamation's turn started with that area of effect, you all took 1d4 force damage. So all of you are on 1. Leah is stepping out, so you are not moving up to 2. Yours will remain 1 once you step back in. Everyone else take 1d4 force damage and know that at the beginning of the BBEG's next turn, it is 2d4. I'm gonna say, oh wait, no, this is the first turn. Okay. Leah, because you took 1d4 force damage, you deal an additional 1d4 force damage.
Alright, so I took 4 damage that time. But now I can do additional damage! Okay.
And I will say, as a note, this circle right here, it won't let me change the colors, but it is a safety zone. The Staff of Truth is protecting them. So inside this circle, the D4 rules do not apply.
Okay.
Alright. Now, I am casting on this motherfucker Moonbeam at the 3rd level. So, for chat or anyone, a silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range. So, that'll just be somewhere in the 5 feet of this big, ugly thing. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. You can take a magic action on later turn. Move the cylinder up 60 feet. When the cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d10 radiant damage. If the creature is shapeshifted, it reverts. Leaves. On a successful save, a creature damage.
Leah, darling, I think
creature-
your audio is glitching out. We are going to
Oh,
hold for a
motherfucker.
second. if it keeps glitching out, just do a hard reset and it should be fine.
Motherfucker.
Well, that was very clear.
That was clear.
I think
It only
this is an
works for
old
swearing.
headset. I think I leaned slightly on the cord, and that was enough to be like, fuck it. Alright, so a creature also makes this save when the spell's area moves into its space. When it enters the spell's area or ends its turn there. A creature makes this save only once per turn. So give me a DC... What is it? Close the little thing, please. You need to give me a con save of 15.
That's a 12. However, legendary resistance automatically succeed on a failed saving throw.
Are you fucking shitting with me right now? Come on! I love Moonbeam.
It's alright. Moonbeam can keep burning through that resistance. It's fine.
Just... Fuck, okay, well then you're gonna take half damage. So, 3d10 plus my 1d4. I have to remember that my d10 is actually my d100. So we've got 10... Oh, hang on, hang on. This is a d10, so that means I just rolled a 1. Okay, so 1... 3... 10... plus my d4... Fucking hell! Okay, you take... What's that? 11, so we half that. I'm assuming we're rounding down?
Mm-hmm. We round down for everybody, so it'll be 5.
Yeah, yep, cool. No, I was gonna say it, I was just like, we're rounding down? Yep. Cool. So you take 5 damage. Fuck off. That is supposed to be like such a good spell, and you just fucked me over.
I told you why we're rolling big numbers when we rolled the big numbers.
So rude.
I am, aren't I?
Very rude. Well, that is the end of my action, I suppose.
Kira.
Okay, now I am gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
I almost heard Cunter's Mark, and I'm like, I will accept it.
Yes. I
Yep,
feel like
that
that's
is
appropriate.
that is very Australian of you.
Yep, 100%. Cool. So, Hunter's Mark is now on this motherfucker. And I'm just gonna keep shooting it, because that's been working pretty well so far.
Make sure to add your 1d4 force damage.
Oh yeah. That is 22. On the first one.
22 hits.
22, and that's 11 plus force of 2 plus psychological damage.
And I will say, for those of you with multiple attacks, you only get to add your extra XD4 to one of those attacks. It is not both.
Oh.
Damn.
Right.
I know. I'm
11.
sorry, Izzy, but
That's
I'm not
me.
going to let you guys steamroll me that hard.
17 on the first one. Second one's not going to be as cool. That's another nat 20. I am not even shitting you. This is fabulous.
Absolutely. So, you remember, the first
Yep.
dice is max damage, roll the rest.
Awesome. So that's 11. Oh wait, I forgot to add 4 to the first one, so I'll just add it
We're-
again.
Yeah, if you didn't add your 1d4 to the first one, feel free to add it to the second, as long as it's only used one time.
Yeah, I mean, like, because my damage is a d6 plus 4, and I forgot to add the plus 4.
You just add it to this
But
one.
I'll
It's fine.
I'll add the plus. I'll just make it plus 8. That's fine. So 11, 13, 21.
21 damage?
Yep. Oh wait a second. And Hunter's Mark? Hunter's Mark does something as well. Gotta remember what that does. It does another d6 of force damage whenever I hit. So That's 6. And 1. So that's another 7 for Hunter's Mark. So 1 for each attack, I believe. Yeah, whenever I hit with an attack roll. So you're another 7. I don't know what
Perfect.
that total is now.
Here.
I'm angry. I'm angry.
Honey, you're muted.
Ah. Ah. Let's take the big sword, do the smash. That's what we do over here. We stab and we slash. So
Yeah.
same thing. No fuss. Fighters are simple folk. We just attempt the first one. That is in. Oh, this is why I need the calculator with me at all times. 24 for the
24
first.
hits.
All right, let's do that damage.
Just so we don't forget, start with your 1d4 and then we'll add the rest of it.
All right, yeah, sure. Let's do that then. Cool, that is a 3. And then
Okay.
we're gonna plus.
Okay,
So
then
the total is 10.
so
The
you
first one is 10.
got 3 and then another 7 for a total of 10. Okay.
Oh, and I get a plus 3 on that too, so that's 13. My bad.
Okay.
And I'm just, before I attack again, I'm just, probably, this is just player me thinking out loud, whether the continuous stacking of damage is gonna add up, or is there an alternative way? And that's coming from the fighter.
What I will say is we built this to be something that the tanky players can gamble with. It is not designed to
Right.
do enough damage to take you down. It is designed to do enough damage to be a trade-off. So you can probably survive a few rounds without going down, but track your health and be careful.
All right. Let's do that again. That would be a 21 to hit, and
21 hits.
another 13 damage.
Perfect.
Big slash, big smash. I take sword, I slash.
Fuck him up, sweetie. Fuck him up.
And then I slash again. Slash.
And as Ratna begins to... If she were a barbarian, I would call this rage, but she is, for someone who is usually very quiet, screaming and swinging as she hacks into this soul amalgamation, causing it to rear back and screech as we move on to Izzy's turn.
Okay.
Oh, all right. We are doing it again. Bonus action. Searing Smite. Action. Attack. 23, I'm gonna assume hits.
23 hits. To make everyone's life easier, we're looking for 15.
Gotcha. Okay, again, I have a little bit of math to do. Throwing a second level Divine Smite onto this. So use the extra D4 for this as well. Math. I can do math. That is 31 damage. second attack also hits on a 22. Yeah, we're gonna throw a slide into this one. So that's throwing a. Oh, I've got to let this first level spell. So first level smite onto this one. Another 16 damage.
16.
Yes. So 31
Perfect.
from the first, 16 from the second one.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. Legendary actions are taken at the end of another player's turn. It has 2 legendary actions left. It's going to use 1 action to go for Soul Siphon again. So we are going to be attacking Ratna. I love you. I'm sorry. Not that sorry. Go ahead. DC 15 Wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh no, she's not very wise. Ah, thank God. That is a 19.
19. Okay, go ahead. 2d10 plus 5. You're going to take half.
2d10s plus 5 and take half of that. Got it.
And tell me what the number is.
Alright, the first number is a 3, the second number is a 7.
10, 15, rounding down, you take 7.
7.
Alright.
So it is going to heal for the same amount. That brings us to Michelle.
All right. So I am going to take a step back. Get out of here. And then attack with my longbow. So I need to roll. We're looking for 15. Okay.
We are looking for a 15.
Oh, good. Okay, I got 25.
Bet.
And then that is 1d8 plus 4. There'll be 7 points of damage. And then I have another attack. That is 23.
23 hits? Or is that 23 points of damage?
That's 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
That is
then
bigger than 15.
D8 plus 4. That's a
Look at that. I know how to do math.
learning. That is 8 more points of damage.
This thing is starting to look rough.
Oh, good. Okay. And that is going to end my turn.
One more time.
That's in my turn.
That's the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, it is going to use its last legendary action until its turn resets them and Soul Siphon again. This time we're going Izzy. DC 15 Constitution save. Not Con. That's the other one. Is it Con? Wisdom. DC 15 Wisdom for me, honey.
Made it. 18.
Okie dokie. That is going to be 2d10 plus 5. Take half and tell me what the number is.
2d10 plus half of that. 11. 5 is 5.
5. You take 5 damage. It gains 5 health. Okay. We are now at the Soul Amalgamation's turn. At the top of its turn, everyone who is still in that AoE take 2d4 force damage. Okay. It is now going to use its hunt ability, which is 30 feet up to 6 targets. So basically anyone. It is going to move. No, I don't want to AoE. I want to move.
If it's moving out of my range, I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Ah! I'll put that back in a minute. It's being difficult.
Doesn't matter, I missed.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. So, Seraphina, you are now in the AoE. You do not take the damage
Okay.
this time, but if you do not move, you will take it next time.
Okay.
Our wonderful old lady grandma dragon just barely escaped. You are just outside of that AoE range. We are now going to use the hunt action. Up to 6 targets. It takes the form of a pack of 6 wolves. A target, I'm going to target everyone in that AoE area because it's the same range. So everyone except for Leah will need to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw for each wolf targeting them. So we are going to go 1 wolf, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone is getting 1 wolf, and my 2 paladins are each getting 2 wolves.
2 wolves. Okay.
Okay,
So
2 DC 15 wisdom saves.
I passed,
All right.
by the way.
You passed? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I got a 15 for the first one.
Okay.
I passed them both, got 17.
Passed them both?
And a 16 for the second.
Did anyone fail? No? Perfect.
Nope.
Nope.
No
all good.
damage. No damage is taken. Spectral
Yay.
wolves.
Yes.
Spectral wolves crawl out of this amalgamation, teeth snapping, red eyes glowing, as they each charge at you. You remember exactly what you're dealing with. This is not a physical being. This is a spectral soul amalgamation. You all stand your ground. You do not take the fear condition, and you do not take any force damages. As these wolves, they do explode in front of you, but their power relies on fear. So as you are not frightened, you take no damage. That is its turn. We are moving on to Leah.
All right. I finally managed to draw in my little area of effect, so now I can properly move it around. No, I don't want to duplicate. I want to move it. No, I don't want to mount it.
You want to move it?
That's interesting.
Where
I'm
do you want
trying
to move it to?
I want to move it on top of this fucker. If it'll let me. It does not like me. It just keeps duplicating itself.
If you
So,
click on the little hand symbol on the right, it should be able to move it.
Yeah, you gotta click the hand. There we go.
Yeah.
We had 10 feet, if I remember.
Oh, that's not my one. And I'm gonna move this fucker. There we go. So yeah, it's a 5-foot thingy.
There we go. Okay, what are you doing
Okay,
with your
it
5-foot
is
thingy?
your. So it just so da 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 da. creature makes the save when the spell's area moves into its space, so you need to make the con save for me of 15, please.
That's a 15 on the dice.
Oh, you bitch!
That is
Okay,
queen bitch,
fine.
thank you.
Your fucking majesty. Alright, so that means you'll take a half damage. So let's roll some damage. Alright, what are we rolling again? It's 3d10?
Is it-
Yes, 3d10.
Is it time to kick the cat out of the room?
Alright, 3d10.
The orange
That
energy
is-
activated.
10 skis. 17 plus 5 is 22. Plus my d4. 23. We are halving, so we are going down to 11 damage. Why
11?
couldn't you just fail the save?
Because I have legendary resistance, so even if I had succeeded, no. Or I mean, even if I had failed, no, I didn't.
You'd still, yeah.
But based on that little health bar that I know you guys can see,
I don't think I can't see your help. Your
I can't
character's
see
health
it.
bar. No,
No.
I think we can see each other's, but not your.
can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, friend.
I thought you could see it this whole time.
No.
No.
Fuck
It
him
was looking
up.
fucked up.
Come on.
Great.
Let's go, bitches. All right, that is
Yeah.
the end of my turn anyway. I'm not going into that.
At the
Thing.
end of your turn, we are going to use Soul Siphon again.
Sounds about right.
Listen, dying isn't fun. We're going to go back to Kier. I love you, but I know your wisdom's low, so not enough to not. That is a DC 15 wisdom save.
You're
Let's
bullying me.
go.
Fuck you.
Listen, if
Oh,
I...
a nat 20!
Nat fucking
Finally!
20! Yes! You know what? You know what? For a
For
nat
a
20,
save.
for a nat 20, you will take no damage.
Hell yeah. Woo!
yeah.
I'm gonna give you that on a
Yes.
crit. You can have the crit. It lashes out ready to rend a piece of your soul from your body. And this time you're ready. It misses.
I'm like, just give it a little,
Not
like,
today.
you know, one
Kira.
of those, like,
You're
I'm just
your
imagining you
hand-
jumping out of the way and going,
All right. So you've still got Hunter's Mark, and now I have 2d4s worth of reflected fuck-uppery
Yes, you do.
to unleash. Fabulous. Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Great. And then it takes 3 points of its reflected. I was gonna say glory, but it's not. Reflected bullshit.
Okay.
It's gonna take another 4. I hope someone else is doing maths because I'm not.
I am.
Another 4 of. Oh, thank you. Best DM ever. Another 4 of psychological damage.
That's not gonna go to my head at all.
I'm sending it back and then some, and then we get 15 piercing damage. And also, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike, which, as you hit the target, grasping vines appear on it because I saw that snake, and you gave me some ideas, motherfucker. It needs to make a strength saving throw. Is it large? I feel like it's large.
It is. It's sized on here as large, but on my size chart it says huge.
Great. So it has advantage
Alright.
on the strength save. On a failed save, it's restrained until the spell ends.
What number am I looking for?
You are looking for a 15.
I got a 16.
Oh, rude.
I've got a 16 and a 3. I don't know if you can
Fine.
really see them.
No. But great. Amazing. In that case, that is the total of my first attack.
Okay.
Cool. So we're gonna do the second attack. Second attack. Oh no, that's cocked. Second attack is an 18, so that hits. And I'm gonna roll some more dice. And I rolled really bad. That's an 8. Oh, and I forgot to add the 4, so it's another 8 plus 8, another 16.
Kira.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
I did the maths. Okay. First arrow is like with all of the vitriol that this thing has caused everybody else. All of the vitriol of this corrupted soul, the trauma, reflected back in the 2 arrows that come like hurtling towards its hideous little eye thing. It pierces right in the center of the iris. One time, second time. On the second time, the iris explodes. And like all of the horrible energy and trauma and bad vibes explode out of the eye and then fizzle and dissolve into the air.
As they do, you see left an elderly human woman. She looks around, the adrenaline seeming to fade from her body as she is left sitting there, hurt, scared, and alone. Michelle, you remember as a paladin of Thesmora, this is something you've come across before. These soul amalgamations, these are lost souls who, instead of handling their own trauma, have chose to bully other souls to lessen their own pain. All of the hurt she's caused is still hurt. It is still there, and that will not go away. But perhaps, with the correct guidance, she can be stopped from doing it again. As you turn your attention to Andrew Lawson, who seems to be almost unaware of the chaos around him as he is still white-knuckling the shepherd's staff of truth, staring straight at this soul who's almost on a time loop of every single time he chose something else over his own family.
It's time we return to the temple, don't you? And I sort of put an arm around his shoulders and just sort of gently lead him off of the...
He does not move. He is almost frozen. Like he's not intentionally fighting you, but it's like his entire body is locked up.
Perhaps we need to help this one cross over.
I thought I didn't know. I thought that, and he's stumbling over his words, and this is just a scared child.
Orlina's going to... Can she pass through this little barrier here?
Yes. You can it's not so much a barrier as it is just the circle of protection that the Staff of Truth is offering.
She's going to come and kneel down next to Andrew Lawson and put a hand on his shoulder. It's okay, dearie.
They
We're
weren't
here
there.
to help.
They were never there. Why weren't they there? What did I do wrong? Did and he begins to panic a little as his grip tightens.
Shh. He's gonna shh, and just gently stroke his back in like a soothing, dearie, it's not your fault.
Persuasion
They made their own decisions.
at advantage.
Persuasion at advantage. Excellent. Thank you. Let's go. Persuasion. What is my thingy? At advantage. That's my d20. Okay, first roll is 11. 18 plus 2. That is a filthy, filthy 20.
Yes!
For the horny grandma.
Yeah.
But they weren't there. What?
I'm gonna cast Summon Beast and just summon a golden retriever to sit in his lap
Yes.
and lick his face.
So brilliant.
As he still is panicking, but he does begin to stroke this dog, this almost like you can tell based on his movement, this does look kind of like a childhood pet of his, as he does loosen his grip as the shepherd's staff of truth clatters to the ground. And the emotion and the traumatic replay of that lost soul fades. You guide all three souls, Lawson, the amalgamation who you find to be just a scared old woman, and the initial soul, Harrington, that Lawson was sent to retrieve. Guide them out. Seraphina taking the whole staff of truth in her hand, is able to cast that same teleportation spell that Celine cast, leaving you back in the Temple of Verity, Thesmora's White Temple. For now, it is over. There will always be more soul. There will always be more pain. But for now, these ones are safe. And that is where we will end our adventure.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay! We did it!
Yes! Under 4 hours and 14 minutes. That is the shortest stream we have done so far.
Wow.
What? That is the shortest? Wow.
One was
Yeah,
5
I watched the others and I had to have them in the background for the entire day.
One was 5 hours and one was 7 hours, because the thing
7 hours?
the thing that I've noticed, it's very interesting playing with all women. We want to investigate fucking
Wow.
everything. When I play with men, they just want to hit shit, and that happens to progress the storyline.
Oh no, that sounds like my character.
It's
I
fascinating.
thought of you immediately. I thought of you immediately, princess.
Muscle Mommy just wants to smash.
It's Princess Muscle Mommy.
Princess Muscle Mommy wants to smash. We need that on a t-shirt.
We
Listen,
do.
I would love that.
We need
I would
merch.
love a t-shirt of that. We need merch.
I will be making stickers.
Yeah.
I will also take
We need a
sticker.
we need a crocheting granny dragonborn sticker.
Yes.
Listen,
little
I am
icy
attempting
And
to
then the
learn to
quote
draw.
underneath should just say "fuck 'em up, sweetie."
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thank you all so much for playing. Thoughts, comments, concerns, what did we think?
That
much fun.
was so much fun. That was incredible. I had a
So
great
much
time.
fun.
I loved the puzzles.
Mhm.
Yes.
I am a puzzle girly, so that is pretty. Like, I gotta give you guys some puzzles, but
I'm proud about puzzle prowess. I have to
We
say.
yes, I'm very proud
Blew
of our
through
puzzling.
it, yeah.
you
Hell
you
yeah.
solved that pretty fast. I'm pretty proud of you.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
And we
wondering,
avoided a combat.
and you did avoid a combat. My other
Look
group
at
avoided
us.
a combat as well, but that was because they had to physically stop the dire wolf-shaped barbarian from body slamming his way through that dining room door.
Okay, cool.
Love it.
Cool.
Love
The-
that.
I don't know. As
Only
soon as,
reason-
as soon as those things, as soon as those three things popped up, my brain's just like, guys, sit the fuck down. Don't touch
All right, let's
anything.
try and talk to this.
Literally, the only reason they avoided combat is because the authors were playing the shepherd, Lawrence Miller, and his son, Legio, who is the dire wolf. Val Miller, who is also Legio. So the only reason is because the shepherd was a level 8 cleric of Thesmora and was able to talk the guardians down.
Yeah.
Full-fledged shepherd, cleric of Thesmora, was able to talk the guardians down because Legio decided that it was time to start body checking shit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I love that.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Have a wonderful Sunday. Cast, go
Thank
ahead
you,
and
chat.
stay in chat for just a moment.
Woo.
I've got some housekeeping to go over with you. With that, we are out. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye, folks.